Oh, we forgot to tell you.
Are you
Hi.
recording at least? Are you recording?
We're the worst.
You guys.
We're literally the worst. You gave us one job.
Yeah, we're terrible at this.
Yeah.
One job.
I was so enamored with trying to be excitable at the top. I just
One job.
Oh, did we forget to remind you the thing to remind you? Gosh. Oh my goodness.
No, we didn't. All right, you guys. Well, welcome once again to Fractured Roll Dungeons and Dragons. We are here. We're guessing on Nerd HQ. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Ow!
Now we've got.
Whoa, there's a giant hand.
I know there's a giant. Well, we've had some technical difficulties getting started, you guys. So just so you know.
So this is the first time we've had technical difficulties.
This is the very first time
Ever.
we've had technical
Yeah, I think ever.
difficulties.
Yeah.
We do want to know, where are you guys watching from? So where are you watching from? Let us know where you're watching from. Put it into the chat if you are watching this live. And Matt, why don't you take it away, because I've got to find something here.
Oh, wait. Oh, I see what's happening.
Oh, wait, what?
I was looking at, I was like, oh, I'm auto now. But
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we had some.
Welcome to, am I doing this? Yeah?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, whatever. Welcome to Nerd HQ. Welcome to Fractured Roll D&D. We're so glad you've joined us. Thanks for your patience with our periodic technical hiccups. It's kind of our MO, so, you know, we're just rolling with it.
Everybody's got to have a thing, right?
Yeah, it's our thing.
Tradition.
It ain't no thing, it's our thing. So we're playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Hopefully you're here because you've played D&D before. Hopefully you're here because you haven't and you're looking to be exposed to this incredible new game in your life. Maybe you're here just to hang out with a bunch of fellow nerds and support a good cause. Whatever it is, we love you. We're glad that you're with us. Thank you for joining us. Why don't we go around the horn real quick and introduce ourselves? Why don't we start with you, Lincoln, Mr. Hoppa?
Hello, I'm Lincoln Hoppa. I play Inaric, and Inaric is an 8-foot-tall Furbolg fighter, Eldritch Knight. So I like to bring my sword in and get some thump on and smash some evil demon heads, all that good stuff. And you can find me at Lincoln Hoppa across social media or my website. Yay!
Right on. What about you, TJ?
Oh man, my name is TJ Rotel. You can find me on the internet at TJ Rotel. It's very complicated. I play the wonderful and lovable Autosius Moontusk, also known to his friends as Otto. Otto is a albino-looking woolly mammoth elephant man with white fuzzy fur and silvery eyes and big tusks and a big fluffy trunk. And Otto's just a crunchy granola kind of guy, you know. He feels life in all its ways coursing through him all the time, and he just really loves to be around his friends and enjoy a good skin of wine and some good berries. And yeah, he's just a big, lovable, huggable kind of guy.
Cool.
And I'm wearing a mushroom guy shirt today in honor of the Myconids. So.
Yeah.
Ah, don't show Corian. He's going to eat them.
He very well may.
Got a thing for Myconids. Lana, how about you?
Hello, I'm Lana, and I play Tolov. And she is a rogue drow. She's a dark elf. She's the greatest archer and parkour artist of her generation. And that's been proven time and time again. So that's probably all she wants you to know. But she's pretty sweet and just lovable. She just shares love all the time.
Excellent.
He's also the most perceptive archer of her generation.
Yeah, she is. She's perceptive and persuasive.
The best.
Who does that leave? We have
Callie.
She's good. Best archer of her generation, too. Me? Yeah. My name is Denise Pantoja, and I play Calidora Angenfil. She is a young half drow. She is a death domain cleric. She likes to play with dead things.
And
Otto is so lovable that even she likes to be friends with him. She doesn't really make friends.
Spoiler alert, everybody, Denise is a Cylon. Yeah, congratulations. Not to spoil the season for you, but there it is.
I think
Big
she's about to
reveal
say
here on Nerd HQ. Yeah, I think what Denise is trying to say, that she plays Calidor Angenfeld. Calidor is a half drow death domain cleric. She happens to be my best friend, Otto's best friend. Which makes for an interesting yin-yang kind of scenario between the life cleric and the death cleric. But they are besties, and they've been through a lot together, and Callie plays with dead things, and they play with her, and they just all have the best time together. It's like Muppet Babies if everyone was a zombie. It's great.
What happened? What did I miss?
Your audio, you froze. So TJ was filling in.
Awesome. And my other best friend is the floating skull.
Mort. Hashtag Mort.
Right.
Can't forget Mort.
Floating disembodied skull.
Yep.
Everyone
Finally,
needs one.
rounding out our cast, we have Mr. Artel. Eric, tell us about you.
Yes, I am Corian Basilan, a bard, and I'm happy to be here. And that is all. That is all. My quips and my songs will amaze you, as will my friendship, because I am a friend to all. But since we've gone around the horn, Matt, our dungeon master, is here. We have a little opening song to sit for you guys. So we're going to play a little opening song for you, and we will see you on the other side to start our session of Fractured Roll on Nerd HQ. See you in a second.
Woo!
Woo!
Fractured roll, fractured roll, fractured roll, fractured roll.
My name's Anaric, and I am quite strong. If you like fruit pies, then we'll get along.
My name is Tolov, I shoot bows and arrows. My aim is perfection, my patience is narrow.
Fractured roll, fractured roll.
My name is Kelly, you may find me scary, 'cause I play with dead things, I'm shy and I'm wary.
Well, hey man, I'm Otto and I don't eat meat, but I do love my wineskin and berries and treats. Fractured roll, fractured roll.
My friends call me Corian. I know life can be hard, so I try to make you smile just 'cause I'm a bard.
I'm the Dungeon Master, and my name is Matt. Join us while we're questing, and you'll never want to go back.
Fractured roll, fractured roll, fractured roll, fractured roll.
And we are back. We are back. So that is our little intro song for you guys. Glad that you guys could be here with us. We're still getting used to all of our technicalities, you guys. Still getting used to all of our technicalities, but welcome everybody. Now we are raising money for Nerd HQ, which supports mental health awareness and education. If you want to donate to the not to the stream, to Nerd HQ and to the nonprofit organization and their charitable causes, you can do so. Just look at the link that's going along in the scroll down there. It is mightycause.com/nerdhqdnd. We actually have a goal, since it's a D20, we have D20s, we roll D20s, we have a goal of $20,000 to raise for Nerd HQ. So we'd love if you come along with us in that journey to raise some money for Nerd HQ. And there are
And
things
if one person gives us $20,000 right now, we'll just stop streaming, and you can all go.
Who's got it? Who's leaning into it, huh?
And that is that's a promise. It's not even a threat. It's an actual promise that we will stop.
We will give up. We will give up on all this and retire.
But there are ways that you can influence the stream. If you go to mightycause.com/nerdhqdnd, you can see that we have a giveaway this evening. We have a giveaway of these amazing dice from our dice partners, Kraken Dice. We're going to give a big shout out. Whoa, my goodness. I'm breaking them all.
That's how hot they are. Hot dice, folks.
Hot dice. To our, we have got our Kraken Dice partners who we are going to be giving away a set of dice this evening. It's the dice that you see on the screen right now, just not the gold inlay. It's the silver inlay. And so every $10 that you donate to Nerd HQ, you will get an entry for our dice giveaway. If you donate $20, you can do a D20 reroll for a character of your choice. If you do $30, you can give a D6 additive roll to someone during the game, which we may need. We are always on the verge of death. If you do a $50 donation, you can make one of us, you can indicate which player you'd like to burst into a dramatic monologue. We call them frologs. Every $100, we'll do an improvised song as well. And then we have a familiar waiting to be given. Does anyone remember who that was? When she comes in, we'll see. When she comes in, we'll see. I'll remember if she comes back in. Jennifer? Was it Jennifer?
That was a total guess. I don't know.
That was
I was gonna go with Tina because that's usually my go-to.
Our last week's winner was Adam Mercer. They should be forthcoming, Adam. I see Adam's here. So your dice.
Hi, Adam.
Your dice should be arriving. We also have a really fun announcement for Fractured Roll. It's a Patreon announcement. We might be able to announce it a little bit later, but we are going to be having some amazing Patreon benefits. So we'll be starting up a Patreon for those who would like to become a Frolster or a Frollower, depending on which you like. You guys, do you like Frolster or Frollower more?
Frollower. Are you asking us?
Between the two, I'm going to go Frollower.
You like Frollower?
Because it's free to Frollower.
I know it's free to Frollower. Frolster is shorter, but all right.
Frollers? What about Frollers?
Frollers? Could it be Frollers?
Frollers? Like crawlers, like donuts, but
Strollers?
Strollers, like baby cars, little baby cars.
Froll out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, froll out. Yeah,
ludicrous. Be ready for that announcement, you guys. And that's about all the announcements. We do need to know in the chat right now who's going to get the first roll for it, where the Dungeon Master gets to decide who will roll for something that they normally do not have to roll for. So into the chat, put which character is going to have to get the first roll for it. Stream not showing up on the channel, only accessible through the link. Brandon McCarver also said that is not the first time that you guys, we'll have to do some investigatory.
We'll have to do it all over again.
We're gonna have to do it
someone roll for investigation.
Yeah, someone roll for.
Okay, I got you.
You know what? We don't know why, you guys. We don't know why it's not showing up on the channel.
I was an 18, so I think we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, we've got this. We got this.
Figure it out big time. So just get ready, guys. We want to announce our.
Chat's saying auto.
We might very soon. Who is it?
Chat is saying auto.
All right, Auto gets the first roll for it.
Roll for it.
Thank you very much for that roll for
Thank you, guys.
We will now turn the time over to our Dungeon Master, Matt Leishman. Matt Leishman, everybody.
Thank you. Wonderful to be with you guys here. We are...
Here you go, Matt.
Oh. Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Lana's always here for me. Okay, so recap from last week. You guys... You spent quite a bit of time on the astral plane, but you were on a special mission for Kotek, who you finally found. A mission to prove your worth. to find yourselves worthy of the great boons and blessings that he has for you. He sent you back to the material plane, back to Hith, indeed, in fact, because apparently there's threats aplenty. And this particular one is no small threat. You've been sent back to help eradicate, send back, deal with a demon named Leog Zed, a demigod of evil. As of last session, you have connected with the swamp elves on the surface, whose underground shrine to the River King this belongs to. The shrine that you're trying to find as a certain small sub-quest of your main goal. That being to find Leog Zed. It is indeed purported to be somewhere in this cavern cave complex that you find yourself in, which is overrun with troglodytes. Last session you found a colony of Myconids. You knew that there was a colony of Myconids somewhere. You stumbled on them. There they are. They're on TJ's shirt currently. They have been working to shore up their defenses because their fledgling colony has been assaulted on all sides by these troglodytes, and in particular their basilisk. The shrine chambers themselves have been promised to be revealed to you, unveiled to you, so to speak, by the Myconids, if you but help them dispatch of this terrible basilisk that is essentially a pet of the troglodytes. You do that, and the sovereign Myconid has promised to open up that that shrine space to you, and hopefully that will help give you some direction, give you some measure of help in combating the corruption and the filth that is overrunning this this cave complex, primarily due to the presence of terrible abyssal beings. To finish, of note, to finish last session, you were talking to the Myconids. Corian made a quick friend in a small Myconid sporling who he named Mikey.
Mikey.
Who you are now all best friends with. And that's where we start our session for tonight.
Mikey the Myconid.
The best. The best.
That was the sweetest thing. If you missed it, you have to watch the end.
Yeah, go back and check that out.
Pretty fun.
Adorbs.
Well, so as I've let Mikey down off my hand,
you can never let Mikey down.
and I look at him. I look at him in his cute little fungus eyes, and I say, Mikey, what's your favorite thing to do?
So if you guys all recall, prior to communicating with the Myconids, the sovereign sprayed spores all over all of you. And it's through those spores that he's able to kind of mentally communicate with you in a strange way. And he kind of responds to you, Corian, and he says, he has not quite learned to use the spores. Therefore, he cannot speak with your mind. But I will do my best to answer for him. His favorite thing to do is sit and eat.
Same.
Adorable.
Sit and eat. To sit and eat. Everyone, I love to eat as well. Inarek, I know you love to eat.
We know you really spoke about it at length earlier.
I think you're muted, Lincoln.
Absolutely, just more than life itself. The most important thing.
Oh,
But I
he was
shouldn't be
frozen.
anymore because I was thinking just in my head and then it just all came out.
Yes.
You
Classic.
interrupt. The Myconid sovereign says, also,
Oh, there's more.
he likes when we sprinkle the spores above him as though he dances in the rain.
Oh.
And I
Mikey is
take
the
out
best.
my flask, my water flask, and I pour some water in my hands, and I start to sprinkle it above Mikey.
Yeah, he immediately perks up and just starts to
Oh my
dance
god.
around under these little droplets of water as you're sprinkling and they're splashing down on him. And yeah, he's clearly, very clearly excited and enjoying this little treat. They don't get a lot of like real, rain. So
I turn to everyone else and I say, my friends, we must destroy this basilisk.
Yeah, man. 100% in. I
Yes.
mean, no, like, we gotta, like, preserve life at all costs. But, yeah, this thing, for Mikey.
For
One
Mikey.
of the rest of us can deal the killing blow if you'd like, Otto. I mean,
I
I'll
will
just
do
keep
it.
everybody alive as best as I can.
all right. Well, how do you proceed?
So where's the last place that you saw this horrible basilisk?
He tells you it often roams these caverns on patrol, but north of here, in a cave near the head of the river, is where they feed him and keep him.
You hear that, guys? Or was that just in my head?
I heard it as well.
All right, good. It wasn't just me then. All right. It's been a while since a mushroom talked to me in my brain. You know what I mean?
He says, beware, lest you be turned to stone.
What now? Oh boy.
It's
The basilisk only feeds upon that which it has turned to stone.
right. Remember, Otto, you can't look at right in its eyes.
Yeah, I didn't know about the stone part, man. That's scary. That's terrifying.
Can't hear you, Eric.
Corian, you've gone mute.
You know what? I was just mouthing things because I thought maybe Mikey and I were having a little bit. Listen, Otto, you don't want to look into the basilisk's eyes. You'll turn into stone.
Mission accomplished. No eye contact.
But I didn't realize they only ate what turned into stone. That's interesting. So if you throw a stone at them, is that like throwing a big piece of meat at a rabid animal?
I suppose it's probably akin to, throwing them a little mini donut or something.
I reach down and grab a few throwing stones, and I put them in my pocket.
Why don't all of you give me a nature check?
I'll do it.
to see what you guys know about the particulars of, basilisks and their digestive system.
And I'll use my sweet nature-themed Kraken die,
Ooh.
the Verdant Wanderer.
Ooh.
Mine are not nature themed.
And it did
Yeah,
terrible for me. It did awful.
Nice.
I mean, there's no reflection of Kraken dice.
Mine
by
are
the way.
smart.
No. Dice are beautiful, but bad roll.
I'm not even kidding. Ever since I got these new dice, I've been rolling like a champion. That's a 21 for Tolov.
Ooh.
Nice.
Kraken dice, everyone. KrakenDice.com.
Well, we are in your neck of the woods too. You and Callie.
True.
This is like a
True.
little closer to your home.
That's
I rolled a 13 though.
You're surprised at how easy it's all coming back to you. This life under the lightless sky. Inark, you rolled a 19.
19.
Okay.
Big 9, solid 9.
I rolled an
Orion.
8. An 8.
8. Callie.
13.
Okay. So, Tolov and Inarek, you two know, possibly from a previous exposure. I know that, Inarek, were you with them when they fought the basilisk the first time?
Yes.
You guys know from your dealings with that scrawny, smarmy alchemist from Renfeld that basilisks specifically eat what they petrify because the composition of the acids in their digestive system break down the petrified material back into its soft organic material. So if you throw a rock at it, it's probably not going to do it. But if if it's biting the hand off of a statue that it made, then that's a tasty treat for him. That's why when you killed it before, its stomach acids needed to be harvested and then processed so that it could be used to free up somebody else who'd been petrified previously. So you guys recall that.
Well, that's all very helpful information. Thank you very much for sharing.
So I dropped the rocks because I don't want to be weighed down.
Uh-oh.
Cylon D is back.
Right. Well, point us in the way of the river, that we may walk towards the river to our destiny or fate.
Oh,
He's pointing with. Oh, that's a long fungi finger.
So this sovereign Myconid, he's between like 6 and 7 feet tall. He's not a small creature at all. It points right back the same way you came, right out of the same cavern entrance that you came out of, and he says, "Go back to the start."
okay.
We cannot leave the safety of our colony.
Copy that.
Right. Okay, I will. Go back to the start. We cannot leave. Is that what you were talking about, Tom?
Are you talking to me?
What's that? I just told me to copy it, so I thought maybe that was.
I grab Corian by his garment and I say, "First you threatened to eat them. Now you mock the way they speak.
No.
Why I oughta."
No. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Just hold on. And I take my water skin and pour some water, and then I sprinkle it on top of the grand poobah of fungus.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hope they're okay with that.
He doesn't really respond at all. Yeah, I mean, you guys know,
It's worth a try.
the rest of these mushroom people, they're almost indistinguishable from like giant mushroomy fungi. The only real animation you've seen is from Mikey, who's danced for you, and this sovereign who's in very subtle ways kind of gestured here and there, and as he's been communicating with you. But you think that maybe their natural resting state is
Mushroom.
looking like a mushroom that's just
Yes.
chilling.
Well, with what's left on my fingers, I sprinkle it once more on Mikey a little bit, just to give him a little love again.
Yeah.
And I say, let's go back the way we came, my friends.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, it was very nice meeting you all. You have a lovely home, and I look forward to visiting again soon.
He says nothing.
Yeah,
as you
figured as much.
You get the impression that Myconids are not, social graces as far as you guys understand them.
That's not going to stop Otto.
Not really their thing.
He's too polite.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yes, and we go.
So you guys make your way once again back north up out of this colorful, bioluminescent, mushroom-filled cavern. I remember last session, Otto, you saying that you were taking quite a bit of time to kind of look around amongst the kind of the wonder of this fungal forest.
Yeah, this is a new bit of nature for Otto. So
yeah, you would have seen a lot of different fungus, mushrooms, all sorts that are quite edible. So, I mean, if you wished to, harvest some of them, that's entirely up to you. You're free to do that if you wished.
Yeah, I don't know if he's unfamiliar with the Myconid community and is not quite sure how that'll be taken. So he'll just, if he gets hungry, he'll eat some good berries. All right. Yeah, but thank you.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're not quite sure if you're eating like a house or or a long lost.
Yeah, what do I know? I'm just a big goofy elephant guy. Like
All right, so you guys walk north to the entrance of this mushroom-strewn cave, this fungal forest, and you get to this T intersection, and this is a T intersection you've been at before, where if you were to head left, you would wrap around into the small cavern that you spent some time in recently with a roper. And if you turned right, you would follow a thin tunnel that would go off into the distance. A tunnel that you have yet to explore.
I say we go that way. And I point to the unexplored tunnel.
Yeah, Otto gets excited about that and goes, "Yeah, man, let's do it."
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
Okay. All right. So you all turn right and you find yourselves in another thin tunnel where you're standing in essentially single file. And it's not a short tunnel, and it's pitch black. So those of you who can't see, you have your ignium sword, which shines, and Otto, you still have
light on the staff.
Light. I believe light lasts for about an hour, so that's probably still.
Yeah. And it's a cantrip, so I mean, he's just, as it goes dim, he pops it off again.
Okay.
Rechargeable batteries, man.
Yes. So, what's our marching order as you guys are trudging your way through this thin tunnel in the darkness?
I'm behind Anaric, wherever he is.
All right.
I don't mind going first, besides the fact that I don't see too well.
Since I have dark vision, I can lead them.
Okay.
Otto will go up then, probably towards the middle of that group, maybe, or where's Corian? Where are you, Corian?
I mean, I probably should be, I don't know, maybe fourth.
All right, I'll bring up the rear then.
Yeah.
Otto will.
So
Otto will take up the rear.
We've got Callie, we've got Inark, we got Tolov, we got Otto. Oh no, Corian and then Otto. Yeah. Okay.
I would like to keep an eye out for traps.
Oh, give me a.
You do know there are traps about.
As would I. I know I'm not in front, but I'm checking too.
And while they're checking, we just want to say thank you to Randy and Brandon for giving D20 rerolls to someone. Thank you, Randy and Brandon.
Thank you, Randy
very
and
much
Brandon.
for donating to Nerd HQ.
So
let us know, Randy and Brandon, who gets those D20 rerolls? Who gets them?
What was that?
What on earth is that?
What? Nat 20.
Hey!
Oh, nice.
I'm telling you, it's these Kraken dice.
These Kraken dice.
Yeah, that's like
guys,
your third or
we
fourth
are giving
last
away
two
these
games.
Kraken dice, by the way. Every $10 gets you an entry. That's 2 entries for Randy and for Brandon. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
What am I rolling, Matt? Perception?
Perception.
That is a 23.
Okay, so you guys get moving along. And you turn right after this T intersection, and you've gone maybe about 40 feet, 50 feet, and Callie, you notice 2 things. There's a set of roughly carved stone steps that go up a few feet, and you, actually probably more, closer to 5 feet in the middle of this hallway. And you climb these steps, and as you do, with your very high perception, and I would think that Tolov probably experiences this as well, you can feel the subtle rumbling in the rock around you of not like an earthquake kind of rumbling, but more like you can feel the presence of
Delicious.
of like an underwater like an underwater stream or river of some kind.
Okay.
But it's below you, below you in the earth. And as you're noticing that, and you're kind of looking around at your feet, you clearly see about 5 feet in front of you a mangy little tripwire.
Oh. Halt.
Oh, did you say hold?
Did she say hold?
Did she say hold?
Did she
I
say
actually
hold?
said halt, but really, whatever. You know, I'm just gonna hold my hand up like that. There's a tripwire. Pass it along. So just be very careful and step over it.
Yeah, you can step over it. You can investigate it if you want to try and disarm it. But you see it and you look up, and sure enough, tucked away in the shadows, about 35 feet above you is this barrel, and it's teetering on a little ledge, and there's it very akin to the barrel that you saw previously that fell on your head.
Ooh, I would like to actually step over it, and when everybody clears it, then investigate it to try and disarm it.
Okay. Is everybody cool with that?
Because if we have to go back this way, we might forget about it.
You might.
I don't want to do that. I don't know. What does everyone think? Should we try to disarm it?
Are you, do you have a lot of experience doing those types of things?
No, but I think we have somebody who does, right?
Who, me? Oh, you. Yeah, you. Yeah. Hey, Joel, how's it going, man? Oh, I'm all the way back here. It's like I'm hyper tall, so hi.
Don't try to take away my job, Otto.
Oh, I'll never do that. I'm way too scared to be messing with traps, man. That's not my bag.
Oh. Callie's doing her robot singing again.
It's beautiful.
That's what I heard.
Say anything.
So are you all stepping over the tripwire then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, as you do so, Tolov, you get the clear indication beneath your feet also that there's, again, some measure of an underground waterway of some kind. Not like a big roaring river or anything like that, but clearly there's, you're getting kind of this, indication that is somewhere nearby. You felt it before in your life. Both of you have. And so it's not a hard sell to think that either of you have kind of stumbled on, this natural phenomenon that is beneath your feet.
Hmm.
So, Tolov, if you wish to investigate this thing now that you've all kind of stepped over it, you're free to do so. Roll me an investigation check to see, as you the wire to see the intricacies of it.
Well, my Kraken dice streak has resulted in a 5.
A 5.
But yeah, I'm not gonna reroll because we just skipped over it, so I'm not too worried about it. It's in the past, and I like to look to the future.
Okay. Yeah, you check it out, and you're not entirely confident that you know exactly the best way to disarm it. So
Keep your eyes peeled, everyone. This tripwire cannot be examined by anyone, even the greatest examiner of her generation.
Whoa. That's heavy, man.
great.
We could try again on our way back, but let's just remember where it is. Put it
Sure.
right in your brain.
Yeah, Otto's gonna actually take off like what's on the walls? Like, are these like cavern walls? Or these like
Yeah, these are definitely the roughly hewn cavern walls. There's some measure of moisture. Every now and then there's like filthy smear marks from some kind of refuse or gore that has just been kind of smeared or splattered on the walls. This particular area doesn't have any, but those marks that you see periodically are really adding to the filthy stench that you're smelling all around you.
Cool. Otto's just gonna take out a candle and he's gonna like kind of put one on the ground in front of the tripwire. Just like not like next to it or like like a foot or two in front of it.
Sure.
And just kind of plop it, stick it to a rock on the ground, and that's it. He's good.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought you were like burning
Yeah.
incense to get rid of the smell.
I do have incense.
And then I thought you were gonna try to burn through the tripwire, and I thought, well, that's gonna make it trip.
No, I'm just trying to put a marker on the ground so we don't trip on it on our way back.
And I say,
Otto.
Otto, that is fantastic thinking. It's as if you were you used to be some sort of operative or something. That's good thinking.
I have operated many things in my day, but not like operatively.
Wait, have you been a surgeon? Have you surgeonized?
No, no, I am not.
Good. I just want to make sure that.
Right.
Otto,
No,
is your candle scented?
Yes, all my candles are scented. They smell of lavender.
Oh, okay. Excellent.
I make them actually. It's a side hustle I'm working on.
I would like to order some from you when we escape from here.
Yes, of course. You can. I'll put you in touch with my manufacturer, and we'll get that order shipped right away.
Okay, but I expect a huge discount.
Of course. Yes, I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it for the candles.
Okay.
Friends and family.
Yep, the Slay Together discount.
Yep.
Yes.
The
100%.
family that slays together.
Mm-hmm. What I always say. Okay, so you've left a little bit of a marker in this rough-hewn dungeon hallway. Walk for about 10 more feet beyond this, and there are a secondary set of steps, rough-hewn steps that go down about 5 feet. And as you travel along in the darkness, all of you notice on your right-hand side of this wall, there is a thin opening in the in the dungeon, not the dungeon, but in the cavern wall, and it's not like a doorway, but it's more like a fissure in the wall. And of note, in particular, Callie and Tolov, both of you notice that there is a faint indication of dried blood, like a trail of dried blood leading out of whatever is in there, out to this hallway.
It's still pretty dark, you said?
Yeah. Well, it's pitch black.
It's pitch black.
There's no light. So apart from the light that's emanating from Otto's staff. So yeah.
I'm going to cast Dancing Lights, which is a cantrip.
Okay. All right. So 4 little, nodules of light poof, 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 appear and, hover around. And now all of you have a very, very clear indication, a clear vision of this dried blood that's, smeared on the ground, leading into this space. You can
what does the
investigate
space
it,
look
or
like?
you can continue on down the hallway.
What does the space look like again?
It's like a thin
fissure in the wall.
Fissure in the wall. Yeah, I don't even think Otto could fit in there, and Arik would be very hard pressed to squeak in there as well.
And I say,
Otto's thick.
Tolov, can you send your dancing lights into that fissure?
Can I? I can.
Yeah, I think you can move them around you. Yep.
Okay.
Do we want to?
Yes, Corian, I can.
All right. Do we want to? It seems like something, whatever came out of that probably killed something, then dragged it back in.
Can I just send 2 of them in and keep 2 of them with us?
Let's see. I'm looking up the spell here. They're like torches, they're glowing orbs. They hover around you. Yeah, I mean, you can move. You have full control as you concentrate on them for a minute to move them wherever you want.
All right. I'd like to keep 2 of them near us so we can see if anything's coming, but I'll send 2 of them into the fissure.
Okay. You send them in there, and from where you're standing out in the hallway, it looks to be like it doesn't lead kind of directly to a larger space. There's just kind of like a bend in the space, possibly like maybe a zigzag, revealing what could be like a zigzag type, little tunnel of sorts.
I guess that's probably not the basilisk, because he would have turned something into rock before dragging it away, right?
Yeah.
What other horrors live in this Underdark?
Yes, I just don't want this horror to be
Countless.
we wouldn't want this horror to be coming up along our backsides, as we keep going by.
Oh man, especially with me taking up the rear.
And I wonder if it's better to be in darkness so we can't look into its eyes. Is that a thing?
Yeah, in the dark, I'm not seeing any eyes. I'm also not seeing anything else.
Well, should I turn these torches off, or do we like having a little bit of light?
I don't need them.
Well, how far away do you think we are from the basilisk's lair?
1,500 feet.
Yes,
oh wow,
possibly.
That's very accurate.
If you recall, the Myconid sovereign did tell you that its lair would be near the head of the river in this cave complex.
I would say if we find the river, it would be near there.
So perhaps you can keep one of your beautiful lights. I wish mine could move around. It's on a stick though, so But maybe you can keep one a little bit further out, and when we see the river, we could start to dim the lights.
All right, and perhaps you can make lavender-scented torches that I can use in the future.
That's a deal.
Okay.
Wait, so are we investigating? Is somebody investigating this little fissure?
Yeah, what are you doing with this fissure? Are you walking by it?
So here's the problem: if we go in there, I mean, there's something. I don't know. My only issue is if we just walk right by, this thing could come up and right up into Otto's
If it's
rump.
there, it will likely, especially because we're talking about it right now, making noise. I'll investigate.
Okay. So you follow the lights. Not that you necessarily need to, but Dark vision reveals things without color, but with the lights, you clearly see this, the faded, deep reddish brown of this dark, dried blood. And as you make your way through this kind of zigzag tunnel, it opens up after about, I don't know, 15 or 20 feet into a small little cavern. I wouldn't even call it a cavern. It's like a little cave. Mm-hmm. And lying before you in the kind of huddled over in the corner is a swamp elf.
Oh.
And they're not moving.
Oh.
Okay. So Mort is with me.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
In fact, let me give you a bit more of a description of what you see while Callie overcomes her technical difficulties.
Reboot.
There's this moldering corpse of an elf dressed in the garb of like a ranger or a scout. And it lies slumped in the corner of this little cave. And with one hand, the body is clutching at like a deep wound in its gut. And with the other, it cradles a short sword that is curiously devoid of rust.
A what? That's a sword?
A short sword that's
Short sword.
curiously devoid of rust.
But it's she is obviously dead. It's a corpse. You said it was a corpse.
Considering the amount of blood on the that's pooled around it, dried blood, it's an assumption you can make. It's probably a pretty safe assumption. You could always be sure by doing a medicine check or what. Callie, you were saying something about Mort?
I would say, is it fair to say that he hangs with me and then he can help relay that information since I went in by myself?
Yep.
You said it's a corpse. He is super dead?
Yep.
Okay. Do I see anything
else? Anything else that's in the cavern?
This is a fun game.
No, there's nothing else in this little cave. It's almost as though
thing else around, like perhaps the thing that killed him?
No. This space is the ceiling here has come sloped down quite a bit. It's probably not more than about 15 feet high. And the little cavernous room that you're in itself is, it's kind of like it's roundish, but it's no more than 10, 12 feet wide.
Okay. So
it's the only thing. It's almost as though this thing was attacked and just found a place to crawl away, so that its attackers wouldn't end up eating it. But it ended up dying here.
Like,
Well, I think I would think that if she relayed this information to us, I would go to the cavern as well. And I'd say, Inaric, come, let's come over here.
I'm on it.
I'll hang back here and try not to die.
All right.
I've got my sword out and ready.
So, Inaric, you and Corian, you've gone into this little space where Callie has found herself, and you see the same thing. You see this corpse of an elf, some kind of a scout, and you know that from Lithian, the swamp elven scout that you spoke to before coming down, that she was part of a party, and herself and only one other elf were able to get out alive. This could be someone who suffered a terrible fate from that particular excursion.
And do I notice the sword that is also not rusted or any like a?
Yeah. Like I said, it's pretty clear that this poor being is clutching a wound in its gut, and with its other hand, it's just it's almost like his hand maybe is kind of like rigged around the hilt this fine-looking short sword.
I would like to inspect the short sword.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Rightio.
Don't give me a perception check. You look at this thing, and it doesn't have a spot of rust on it. It's especially lustrous, it looks silvered.
Oh. Is anyone else proficient in short swords?
I am, but I have a keen-bladed short sword, so I have a nice short sword. I take out my short sword, my keen blade short sword, and I hold it up next to this one, and to compare it.
I mean, yours is an excellent, especially excellent make. Yours isn't silvered. Of course, this one looks silvered. But there are also subtle little elven runes that you can see etched along the blade near the hilt.
Elven runes. I'd like to take a look at it.
Okay.
Yes. I say, Tolov, look at this. Do you recognize this script?
Yeah, I would say that you do. You have some exposure to enchantments, given that you're a magic-using rogue of sorts, and you're pretty confident that these runes etched on this fine-looking blade probably denote some measure of enchantment.
I look at it and I say, it says to Tolov, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. And I decide I should take it.
That's strange that it would say your name, Tolov.
You can't argue with runes.
I don't disagree with you taking it if it's going to help us.
I mean, I'm very skilled with a short sword. I don't know if you know this, but I think you're familiar with my work.
Well, I certainly am familiar with your superlative work, yes.
Yeah. You have a fine icy magic short sword, yeah?
I do, but I have two hands.
Oh.
And you are the best murderer of your generation.
So, what do you do? There's how many? So there's four of you in this space now, right? In Arc, you were able to kind of shimmy your way through the fissure into this space. Are you claustrophobic?
No.
I'm definitely getting probably a little irritated. I wasn't sending that message back so everybody could join us. I just want to make sure there's nothing else on his body that could be taken back to his group.
Yeah, I mean, you look at his body, and you know, he's clearly some kind of scout or something that died here, and he hasn't really. I mean, he still has this sword, so he hasn't been, you know, looted or anything like that. There's a belt pouch.
Mm-hmm.
There's like two different belt pouches hanging from his belt. So
I would like to look at the belt pouches.
Okay.
No respect for the dead, Otto yells.
What if he's holding something? What if he's Otto? What if he's holding something that might help
I'm not
us
really in the
against
room. I'm
basilisk?
tens of feet away. I was just.
I literally just said I was grabbing his stuff to take it back to his people.
Oh,
and you just
I
gonna yank it out of my hand and
no,
look
I
through
didn't.
it.
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
Okay. So
Or then I say, Calidora, just look to see if there's anything that maybe could help us against a basilisk. Like what? You know, I don't know. Possibly.
Like a basilisk killer.
Like a blindfold?
Yes,
I'll
like
just
a spray.
I'll open up the pouches to let Corian see.
before you do that, I'll just say this, Calidora, as you're approaching the corpse, I want you to give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Oh.
Good tip.
$19.
Yeah, girl.
There's a subtle reek coming up off of this corpse as you reach down towards it, and it's immediately apparent to you, and it's not the reek that you would associate with, you know, this awful, you know, refuse smell that you're smelling throughout these caverns. It's a disease. This thing is diseased.
Oh.
And if you with a 19 roll, if you get too close, if you make too much contact, you run the risk of contracting said disease. So if you wanna take what you're suggesting is very honorable, and I love that idea, but you just have to be real careful.
Yeah, I would like. I'd like to try, and if I feel a lot of resistance, you know what I mean. If I have to get too close, then I'll drop it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. So why don't you give me a sleight of hand check?
Okay.
Wish we had a bard that can give her inspiration.
So I thought she had inspiration from last time.
Oh, do we still have it from last time?
Yes, you still have it. Yes,
You got inspiration. Is it a D8, Corian?
Yes, D8. It's a D8.
Great.
So you got inspiration if you want to add that to your roll.
Or like D great, am I right?
Hey, up
but
top.
don't deflate this situation.
Okay, let me see. Where are you, 8?
I heard you, Corian.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Oh, boo. That's 11.
Okay. Yeah, you reach for the pouches and one of his arms, the one grabbing his gut, slumps down and wipes across your arm, and you're immediately exposed to this this plague.
Plague?
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait. Can you repeat that whole phrase again?
That was so casual the way you said that.
Yes, what?
Yes, and you are now plagued.
And frozen.
I'm frozen? I'm not
No,
frozen.
Denise.
Oh.
Denise is plagued.
She's just thinking really hard.
I'm sorry.
I would say so this arm kind of brushes by you and kind of exposing you to the disease that this unfortunate character has. I want you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
This is scary.
Yeah.
Do we still have, didn't Otto bless, right? Or something like that?
Are they still blessed? Are you still concentrating on that?
I don't think yeah, you know what, they would be, because I've been sitting on detect good and evil, and that's also a concentration spell. So they very well may be, Matt. I'll let you call it, but I know if I haven't popped detect good and evil yet, I wouldn't have broken concentration for bless, because I was waiting to pop that until we got a little closer.
The last of those two, I think the last one you cast was bless.
It definitely was. Yeah, I was waiting to cast detection until we got a little closer to the big fight. So I know I didn't pop that yet. So bless would probably have been up.
So add a D4 roll to that, Callie.
I can actually. You said a Constitution save.
Yep.
Can I burn a reroll?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh yes, you have.
I'm gonna do that.
Brandon gave you that. You probably have some from last time as well.
I have some from the time before too.
And I just want to say, while she's rolling that, Adam Mercer with a $120 donation to Nerd HQ. Thank you, Adam Mercer.
Adam.
Check out the chat,
Thanks,
Adam,
Adam,
and see how you would like to do that. I mean, we haven't had a prologue in a while. We would love to have one of those. You let us know, Adam.
Adam, what a rock star. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Adam. Did I get a reroll today too?
Oh, yes.
You did.
Yes, Brandon gave
great.
you a reroll.
Brandon, you just saved my life. That is a natural 20.
Hey!
Oh!
Natural 20!
Okay.
Literally saved you.
Yeah.
So yeah, the arm of this guy kind of brushes against you. There's a moment where you are, your heart kind of hops into your chest, into your throat. Your heart's already in your chest, by the way. Anatomy lesson here, everyone. But you're able to kind of avoid, being fully exposed to whatever this thing is possibly going to shed upon you. You are able to grab the 2 pouches hanging from his belt. One of them is one of them jingles with a number of coins, and one of them has 1 potion inside of it.
Okay. Is it a health potion?
It is not a health potion.
It is not a health potion.
It's not that telltale red glistening potion. This is kind of like a murky lavender color to this potion. I'll just tell you, it's a potion of climbing. You're going to figure it out.
So that one thing, I think I'll tell you, we can definitely use this if we need it, because we are in fact going to help this group out. But the other items should probably go back to the swamp elves to see if they need to be distributed in some way.
I hold the short sword up to Callie and I say, have you been exposed to anything? Do we need to remove a limb?
It was really close there for a second, but no.
Are you referring, Tolov, to the short sword that the dead body is holding?
Yes, but of course I picked it up while wearing a glove.
And a mask.
Roll me a
And a
sleight of
mask.
hand check. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
Oh no. While she's doing that, Kelly DiGregorio with a $100 donation. Kelly.
Oh,
Kelly.
So nice
Thank
of you,
you.
Kelly.
Thank you so much.
By the
Wow.
way, if you are donating,
Awesome.
every $10 you donate, you get entries for our Kraken Dice giveaway this evening. That is what it is. We are in the midst of a craziness right here, but those are the Kraken Dice that we're giving away. And Ollie, yes, Ollie Juice. I'm going to say yes. Let us know if you
Ollie
want to
Juice
do
is back.
Ollie Juice is back. If you want to
Ollie Juice!
Kelly, let us know if you want to do a prologue for somebody. Adam, let us know if you want to do a prologue. If you want to give away some D20s or some D6s, you just let us know in the chat how you'd like to divvy that up.
D20s.
Love it.
Calidora just got saved by a D20, by the way. And by the way,
Yes,
we do have
she-
an announcement towards the end coming up soon about our new Patreon for Fractured Roll. So just stick around this evening, everybody.
Free to stick around.
And by the way, it's free to frolic.
Online. Free to subscribe. I rolled a 12 for sleight of hand.
That's barely enough.
Ooh.
You acquire the sword without making any kind of unfortunate contact with this disease, plague-ridden corpse.
Well, I was wearing my hazmat suit, gloves, mask, and hairnet.
Mask, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you have this sword. You are now that you're holding it, you are familiar with enchantment. You own a
Frost
enchanted
brand.
short sword. This blade is silvered. It's very fine, and there's some small measure of enchantment to this sword as well. It's a plus one short sword.
A plus what?
Plus one short sword.
Oh.
So
Silvered, no less.
I did just take this, but would anyone else like to discuss holding it themselves that doesn't have one?
No.
Otto
it's
yells,
plague
I don't believe in
infested.
violence.
And it's plague infested.
Callie and Arik?
I like my swords long.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, then I am going to take it. Thank you.
all right. Tolov is slowly becoming a walking arsenal.
Yes,
He's the greatest walking arsenal.
And she has very strong calves.
Yeah.
Because of all
Yeah,
the weight
just
of
like-
these weapons.
Thank you so much
Blades
for
and a
noticing.
bow.
Adam Mercer,
Sick.
D20s for everybody, including the DM.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Adam.
Again, another one?
Well, no, that's for what he did. I'm still waiting.
Oh, good. I was like, oh my
Kelly,
God.
I would love for you to make somebody do a prologue, by the way. But hey, it's totally up to you.
Mort,
Yeah.
Mort floats
No.
over to you. Mort floats over to you, Tolov, and he says, "Hey, you know, whenever you run out of room, just you know, I can carry it."
Yes.
I wouldn't want to disease your bones.
That sword's diseased?
Well, yes, that's why I'm wearing gloves.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm already dead. Seriously, though, I'm here to help.
Okay. Well, why don't I let you hold my... I have 6 daggers, too.
Yes,
Yeah,
put,
they're like
put a
cheese
dagger
that's
in.
on your
Mort,
thigh.
you would look so fierce with a dagger in your mouth. It'd be like
Yeah.
when when you're dancing with a lovely lady and you pick a rose off of a bush and you put it in her mouth and then she's dancing the tango. But this would be like dancing with death.
Give him a dagger. Give him a dagger.
How many can you fit in your mouth, Mort?
Probably just the one.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
So
He flies right up to your face. He's like 2 inches away with his mouth open just a little bit. He says, "Look at those choppers. Huh? Look at those choppers." Yeah.
I pull out a brush.
Hey, what? I don't really need a dagger. Like I said, I'm just trying to help.
No, I appreciate it. And then I stick the dagger, well, this way. In it.
Yeah. Pirate way, right?
Yeah. Yes. Thank you,
All right,
Mort.
everybody, let's go.
Ollie Juice with a donation. You guys, I feel like at this time, we've had so many donations. It's time for a song. Inaric, don't you feel like you might get inspired with seeing Mort with some daggers in his mouth?
Yeah.
I wish I could make Mort roll for it.
So
Unfortunately,
thank you,
that's
we
Otto's
like to
deal,
do
and he's in the
improvised-
hallway.
We like to do improvised songs during these. And Ollie Juice. Oh, Kelly's gonna make me do. All right, so I have to do a prologue. But
That's what you get.
Is Lincoln performing?
I think so.
Well, I look at Mort as he's floating in the air. He don't got no skin or nose, not even hair. But he's got some teeth, and he's got now a dagger in there. He's got a dagger in there. Floating around, looking like a badass dude. Floating around, he wants to kill you. If you're bad, he's gonna get you. If you're bad or diseased, he'll take you down. Don't mess with Mort.
Don't mess with Mort, people.
I love your songs, y'all. I know I'm on the show, but I'm also a really big fan.
Mort says, "Enaric, perhaps you are now my second favorite person in this group." Yeah.
Huzzah!
I wish I could enunciate more, but I just can't now. Because
Mort, do you not want to hold that so you can speak? I can put it
I
back.
told you I was going to help, and I'm helping, okay?
And then
Wait, wasn't he? I mean, I didn't see this, but wasn't he on a spike initially? Is there possibly, could he just hold it in his head?
Oh yes, well, doesn't he have like a hole in his? Does he have a hole
in the top?
Oh, like one of those spiky helmet things.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
Mort,
in his skull.
how many daggers do you think I can fit in your
I
head?
suppose you could put one more up in there if you wanted. It,
Why don't I just put both up there and then your mouth will be free?
Yeah, I love.
All right. I mean, it might jangle around a little bit while I'm flying around, but
Well, if you don't like it, we'll remove it. I just hate for you not to be able to speak to us.
yeah, go for it.
All right.
Mort, he's got a dagger in his head. Mort, but he was already dead. Oh, look at Mort. He's got dagger in his head.
So I take it out of his mouth and I put it and another one in his head.
All right, so he's got these like 2 dagger hilts kind of sticking out of the top of his head, almost like little Shrek ears.
Cute.
A little closer together, right?
Oh my goodness! And it would be so great to see somebody do a fan art depiction of Mort, the floating skull with some daggers coming out of his head.
Or
see, I had pictured it with like a 2-dagger little mohawk with the spikes sticking out. Otto will make that suggestion when they come out of into the hallway again.
Or it's like, I just have this. It's weird. I don't know. I got this hankering. I just want to hurt things now.
Oh.
I like it. I like it. Not you guys. In Ark, I love that song. It's
classic Mort.
So good.
It was a good song.
Are we done in here or what?
No, we're not done.
No?
Yes, I mean we are done, everyone.
Oh,
it was a good song. It was a song that reminded me of my mother.
Oh, here we go.
When my mother was watching my father walk away from the mines, she would say, "Dear, you have mined a mine for mine own family." Don't ask me how that relates to this song, but what this means is that Mort, your name is Mort, which is representative of death, and death is what we will yield and wield to a basilisk because we have seen too much death in our lives. And I cannot handle death coming upon that little sweet Mikey. For Mikey, I will deal death left and right, on the right and on the left, and above and beyond and below. For Mikey will no longer lay low as a young little mushroom, but shall grow as a mushroom of a man and live the full life he must live. Let us go, my friends, and go kill a basilisk. Let's leave this chamber for Mikey.
Let's do it. I'm with you. Well said.
Is there something going on in there? It's getting awful loud out here.
I was gonna ask how they related, but you said not to, so I'm just gonna walk out.
I say sorry, everyone, but I just had to get that off my chest. I was having a Kelly moment. Really.
I love it. I feel so much closer to you now than I ever have.
Yes. And I go and give Inarik a hug.
Meanwhile, I tell Otto, Corian had a moment. Otto.
Are you all coming out now?
Yes.
Yeah,
I come waltzing out and I say, Otto, for Mikey, it's time. Let us get on our horses, figuratively, and ride into freedom for the fungi.
Yeah, man, I'm all about that fungi freedom fight, man. Let's do it. I mean, again, I'm very, very anti-violence. But for Mikey, I'm willing to heal you guys really well.
Wow. I feel like we've just been through something.
Oh, Mort, look out, man. You got daggers in your head.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yes. Mort's ready to deal death.
Did that happen in there? Did I miss a lot?
I've gone up a level.
Oh, yeah, I love it, man. I love it, Mort. You look tough, bud.
Let's go kill us a big petrifying lizard. That's what we're after around here, right?
Yes, perhaps Corian can monologue it to death.
Oh, just you wait, Tolov. Just you wait until you feel like you need to get some words off your chest.
I've never felt that way in my life.
Well, there's always a first. And a second. And a third. Let's just hope it's not true love that's a first and a second and a third. Although I would hope that maybe you could find true love a second time. That's what I'm searching for.
Are we gonna...
Is this another one?
We should go.
Was that a mini log?
Yeah, it was mini log.
It was a mini log. I'm still feeling very loggy.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what, Inaric,
You're waterlogged.
Otto, you missed the fantastic jingle by Inaric inside about Mort.
Oh, I heard a little bit of it. It was really nice. I was out here dancing away and doing what Otto do, you know.
Yeah.
A little bit of this.
I thought I could hear the distant rumblings of the drum.
Yep, I was banging away on it out here. Banging the drum.
Well, there's not a basilisk in here, so, you know.
Forward and forward. And before we start to venture forward beyond this moment, we have a little break for everybody where we have a little thing called Encyclopedia Dragonica. We want you to sit back. We're taking a break from the action. It's only about 3 minutes, but we have a little message. If you, one of the things we love to do is to help people learn about Dungeons and Dragons, which if this is the first time you're watching Dungeons and Dragons, it's as you can tell, it is a cooperative, improvised storytelling experience where we're all helping to tell a story and being guided by our dungeon master. And we would also love people to learn a little bit about things when they are going on their journey with Dungeons and Dragons. So we have our next episode of our Encyclopedia Dragonica to help you learn something about Dungeons and Dragons, or as a little reminder. And so sit back, everyone, and we'll see you on the other side of our Encyclopedia Dragonica.
Welcome to another Encyclopedia Dragonica. I'm Matthew Leishman, your friendly Fractured Role Dungeon Master. Today I want to talk to you not about any specific rules or gameplay tips, but about a character class, specifically the monk. Are you tired of sword-swinging fighters and spellbook cradling wizards? Do you have a hankering for unarmed martial arts combat that channels an inner energy into destructive kung fu force? Then yes, you are looking to play a monk. As a monk, you want your dexterity ability score to be your highest, followed by your wisdom. This is immediately important because at level 1, you have a feature called Unarmored Defense. If you aren't wearing any armor and bear no shield, then your armor class is equal to 10 plus your wisdom modifier plus your dexterity modifier. Imagine being a first level character and your unarmored AC is 16 or 17. Not bad at all. Knowing martial arts in D&D is pretty great too. Your unarmed strikes do way more damage than other classes, and that damage only grows as you level up. Also, when you use your action to attack with unarmed strikes or monk weapons, you can then follow it up with an additional unarmed strike as a bonus action. Then at second level, you have learned to access the inner power known as ki. Yes, you can use ki points to fuel different abilities after you've used your action. Flurry of Blows is the bread and butter ki ability of most monks, where after attacking for your action, you can use your bonus action, fueled by ki, to make 2 more unarmed strikes. Your features and abilities only get better and better as you level up. Your speed increases. You learn to deflect missiles and possibly send them back at your attacker. You can minimize falling damage by using slow fall. Your unarmed strikes eventually become magical. Magic kicks, everyone. Please. You eventually become immune to disease and poison. You won't suffer the frailties of old age. And this isn't even talking about the specific monastic tradition that you adopt at 3rd level. You want to be the perfect shadowy soldier? Or perhaps you love Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know I do. Yep, you can essentially be D&D's version of the Avatar, harnessing and controlling the elements around you. See, monks are crazy cool and well worth your time in considering for your next new character. For more gameplay tips and D&D thoughts, please check out other sessions of Encyclopedia Dragonica on our Fractured Role YouTube channel. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for joining us. Keep rolling 20s, my friends.
And we are back. So monks, everybody. Monks.
Monks, dude.
Great stuff, Matt. Thanks for sharing that with us all, everyone.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, that actually inspired me to want to play a monk next time.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a super fun monk that I was thinking about bringing into this game, but the subclass was Unearthed Arcana, and we decided that wasn't something we were going to do. But I have what I can never pronounce, but Rakakoa Astral Monk that is so cool.
Rakakoa? Is that what you said?
I had it on my. I think it's the bird people. Yeah.
Yeah, the bird people. I always mispronounce their poor name because it's got like 2 A's and like 6 R's and a P and a Q. Yeah, it's a Rakakoa or Arakara, something like that.
I keep getting it on the tip of my tongue to say it, and then I hear one of you guys say it. I'm like, oh crap! I lose the pronunciation. Aarakocra.
That's
Aarakocra.
Yeah.
Who like
monks are super fun.
Yeah, monks are crazy. They're crazy. Yeah. Yes.
Is that a skull?
Can't hear you, but
It's Mort.
Mort!
She's got a Mort skull.
Don't drink
He's
out of
very
Mort's
helpful.
head.
That is
He's
Mort. You're
helpful.
drinking out of Mort.
you know, there's a few holes. They need a little, sealant. But are we back in? What's going on here?
Yeah, we're back, Matt. We're back in. We're live.
Oh, we're in the game.
Yeah, we're in the game. We're just waiting.
Play some Dungeons and Dragons.
By the way, I do. Thanks to Ollie Juice. Just so you know, if we start fighting, the next time we start fighting, so Oliver, I don't know if it's going to be tonight or next time. So remind us next week. But Corian has to have a fractured soul and go into a song while fighting.
Ooh.
So.
Oh wow!
Bring it, Ollie Juice. I'm ready for that. That is gonna be. I'm ready.
It's also going to be really fun to see you have a new fractured soul because for so long you had your.
That's right. My
Your-
actual. Yeah. In fact, Oliver, I don't know if you know, but due to a sacrifice of sorts, Corian's soul has been mended. That was pretty awesome, by the way. That was a moment.
That was a few episodes ago.
Heavy.
That was our.
No,
Was it our first
that was our one
right before?
right before our first one with.
So you have to go catch up if you haven't
That's
on
right.
our
You
YouTube.
have to go
That
through
made me legitimately cry because I was really scared that we were going to kill Corian. I was like sitting here like, no.
Yeah, that was
scary.
you guys.
Yeah.
But now we're doing it for Mikey, so Corian is very excited. So as Corian says, let's do it for Mikey. He's so inspired that he just starts walking into the unknown hallway.
Oh boy!
Oh
Okay.
man. If we had doing it for Mikey t-shirts, do you think anyone would buy them? I would.
I don't know. That would
Oh,
be
for
amazing.
sure.
Yeah, I would
A
too.
little mushroom with
Some
some
mushroom person just says doing it for Mikey.
dancing in the rain.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like I picture Mikey as like Groot with a mushroom cap. That
Oh
personality
yes,
of Groot.
yes.
Yeah.
Baby Groot when Baby Groot's dancing and
Or
stuff.
do it for Mikey because doing it for Mikey sounds like
Right.
doing.
Okay.
Any-
Hey, D&D. So, Corian is leading the way with his Awesomar dark vision.
Yes, but being very attentive to what I'm. So I would like to be looking for any traps or wherewithal strange things that I might see that would cause danger and damage. Because though I'm very emotional and charged up, I am also wise to the ways.
Wise to the ways of unknowable beasts. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys, with Corian in the lead, with some measure of confident swagger, you guys join Otto back out in the hallway. continue down this passage that you've been walking down, it's not more than about 25 feet that you, Corian, you can see that this hallway that you're in, this thin hallway, opens up into a very large cave. The ceiling rises from about 25, 30 feet above you in this hallway to about 100 feet above you.
Ooh.
And there's an immediate new awful smell that assaults your nose. It's this thick and oppressive ammonia smell. Rises up from the floor, and as you look down at the floor, you can see that the floor is actually like covered in huge patches of steaming guano.
Oh.
And that acrid ammonia smell is just assaulting your senses.
I'm sorry. Did you say guano?
Guano.
Do I know what guano is?
Give me a nature check.
Does everyone else here know what guano is?
Yeah,
I've seen Ace Ventura too.
Is it?
It's bat poo.
Bat poo.
Oh, well, my nature check was a 5.
Well,
So you still
Don't do it, Corian. Don't do it.
I'm not quite done describing. So you smell the smell, and you also hear this high-pitched chittering and flapping of leathery wings, giving away that that this is an expansive cave that you've just entered. And as you smell this smell and as you hear the chittering and the flapping, you're pretty confident as you stand in this kind of opening entryway into this cavern, this cave, that there's probably a few bats.
Ooh, a few.
Hey, is it just me? I know I usually don't forget because I'm an elephant. But were we warned about some sort of flying creature?
Yep.
Yes.
There was the basilisk, and then there was something that flew, right? Is that just me?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't stepped into the chamber yet, have I?
No, you haven't stepped out into this cave yet.
All right, I turn around and I tell everyone what I see and smell and hear.
Okay.
And I say, yes, Otto, you're right. I've decided to not walk so confidently forward anymore.
You don't want a taste test?
I am very tempted, actually, to put some of this material into my hair, but I will refrain.
Oh gosh.
I'll say this about the quantity of the guano. About 15 feet beyond this cave entrance that you stand in, it's clear, but beyond that threshold of the cave entrance, most of the floor is covered in this waste.
Otto's a real nature nut. I feel like this isn't going to bother him too much. He's
So
really
we're
a
just
big animal
like
lover.
trudging. We're gonna be trudging through it.
Yeah, it's like it's so prevalent, it's so thick that it would make the ground actually like difficult terrain.
Oh wow.
Wow, I've never played in a poo terrain before.
You move it
Okay.
half speed. Yeah, it's
Anybody have prestidigitation?
if you've got a few hours to
mop the place up.
Well, maybe we take like one layer off to make it less difficult. I don't know.
No. Could I use my mage hand to push things out of the way before we walk?
You could certainly try.
I would like to try.
I'd like to see you try.
I
So you're
send
gonna-
my mage hand out to the ground to go.
Okay.
But
Are you entering the cavern then? Because like I said, about 10, 15 feet beyond the... Okay. So we'll say, I mean, given if you guys are patient enough to sit with this, you could probably, with your mage hand, scrape and scoop away another 15 feet beyond the tunnel, because your mage hand only goes out about 30 feet.
I send mine also to help with
Okay.
the quick.
So yeah, so now about 30 feet beyond the tunnel entrance, but the cave itself, once you've scraped out the guano, is, you know, it's much bigger than the swath that you've been able to push away.
And I say, in Lily Rose's name, this is one of the more disgusting places I've ever been down here in this. And yet, I'm still so tempted to see what this stuff would do. Can I pick any of it up with my mage hand?
God.
Sure, you could pick up a handful of it with your mage hand,
All right,
absolutely.
and I would like to bring it towards me and float it just right in front of me. And take
Yeah,
it.
a
Take
dripping, steaming pile of bat poop.
Steaming?
It's steaming?
Oh, it's fresh then. Ooh, that's troublesome.
You can hear
We'd hear the
bats
wings flapping.
flying around, chirping and chittering and flapping around. I mean, they're 100 feet up there, but you can, you know, none of your dark vision actually, Tolov, I think your dark vision goes out 120 feet.
Yeah.
So you might be able to see them. Being a half drow, Callie, I don't think that your dark vision, does it go 120 feet or is it 60?
I think it's only 60. Hold on.
None of you can see the ceiling. Tolov can, and as you look up, yeah.
It's not good. It's not good.
What's up there, man?
A guano factory.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's lots of
I love iguanas.
There's
Yes,
swarms
they
of
are.
bats. Swarms of bats.
No, no, no.
It just pumps out little cute iguanas. Just one.
No, I love iguana. The idea of an iguana factory sounds wonderful.
No, Otto. A guano factory.
Yes.
Oh.
Although I will say, Otto, if you should combine your selling efforts of if you created an iguana factory as well, and then you could sell an iguana with a candle.
A lavender scented candle.
Yes.
Focus.
Yeah, like a mask. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Sorry.
You're
We'll
right.
talk business later.
How many bats?
A significant amount, I would say.
Like 3, like 5, 7, maybe 12.
Somewhere between 1 and 100.
Yeah. It's a lot.
A lot. I can't even count them. They're moving so quickly, and there are so many.
Amazing.
We should be very quiet, because I know of bats and they see my sound. And I don't really want 100 bats in my life right now.
Neither do I.
It's a lot of birthdays to remember.
Yeah, like 100 of them.
Bats are very
You guys
sensitive.
proceed. I've got Corian and Tolov. You're at the head of this group as you're scraping away with. What did you do with your mage hand?
Oh, you know what? It was I didn't realize it was so steaming and disgusting. So I wiped it away over by the floor toward the edge of the entrance and made my mage hand dissipate, go away. So I say, listen, the one thing I know about bats, although I'm not sure if I know about bats, but I'm imagining that sound might hurt them. Can anyone create a crazy screeching sound?
I say, hold my finger.
And I pull it.
Darn it, I don't have any powers saved up. I needed a short rest for that.
So was that supposed to make you scream, Inaric?
Well,
It was going
I'm
to
not
make
sure what I
something
was planning on.
I mean, I can, you know, the bells that I create, I can do that. And don't you have something as well that assaults
Yeah, don't
ears
you have-
other than your regular conversation?
Now that almost is a compliment. No, I mean I can make a loud clapping.
They may like the battle beetles.
Oh yes, why don't we do our greatest hit? Brebunga.
That might actually work.
Oh, so
Let's
you
try
want
it.
the bats?
Wait a minute. I don't think playing music is going to work.
Why not? We have to try. We don't have time for a sound check, but we should go for it.
All right. You know what? All right. I'm going to Dungeon Master. I'm going to. Why am I doing this? I'm going to make myself invisible.
Oh, okay. You're invisible now.
Yes, and I go out with my
Footprints appearing in the guano as you walk out into the cave.
When you walk into a cave, don't you see? There's lots of bats so flying above me. Come on and tell me, oh no, I don't want to slip on this smelly guano, bad guano, bad guano, bad guano, bad guano. And then I look up to see if anything happened with the bats.
The bats are, they're just continuing to chitter, and
They're not
fly
clapping
around, and there's a little bit of clapping. Yeah,
With their little mini hands.
So
there's a periodic plop sound, plop plop, as guano finds its way splashing in the muck around you.
I send a couple of business cards up in the air, just in case.
So Corian has kind of stepped out into this room. What's everybody else doing?
Otto, as soon as Tolov told him there were bats in the ceiling, began ritual casting Speak with Animals.
Oh.
So that's 11 minutes to go. But however long we've been in here while Corian was jamming out.
It's a long song. It's like
yes, it is. It is a long song.
It's like Inagata Devita. 17 minutes.
Oh, when you walk into the cave and you see that it's a really ugly bat. Do they have hands? Yes, and they have wings. Come on now, little bats, hear me sing. Don't drop that bat guano on my head, oh no. Come on, bat guano. Does that do anything to you?
That was like another 15 minutes of singing, right?
Yes, I was just.
So, let's say he stands out in this room. What are the rest of you doing? I know that Otto, you're casting the spell. What are the other three of you doing?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Did you say anything to me or anybody before you started casting it? Otto?
What? No.
Did you tell anybody?
No.
Okay.
I'm just in my own world, staring up into the dark, thinking,
whispering.
I'm going to talk to those bats.
All right. Well. While we're still waiting, so and as I'm there because I'm invisible, right? And I'm looking around at the bats. I would also like to. I venture towards the middle of the cavern to see what I can see.
Can we see the guano being like splashed where he's stepping?
Yes, you can.
Oh, we cleared the way with our mage hands.
Is there steam rising from where he's stepping?
This is why I'm singing
there's
about
a drop
it.
on your shoulder that
what
reveals your shoulder.
So I'm going to turn to Tolov and say, bless his heart. He's invisible, but he knows that they fly around by sonar, right? No?
I do not think he knows that. No.
Did I hear that?
Echolocation, Rosekio said in chat to taught me all about echolocation.
Echolocation. I'm going to use that word. I'm going to say, does he not know about echolocation?
No, he does not. And I don't think we should tell him.
I'm just delighted to watch him out there. I think it's wonderful.
I agree. Let
Do
him
I
have
hear
this.
any of this?
I don't know. How quietly are you guys talking?
Real quiet.
Well, yeah, because we know about echolocation.
So yeah, give me a
I'll
perception.
whisper to her.
We'll see if you hear them. And while
also
he's
singing.
yeah, that's true. Forget it. You didn't hear a thing.
All right.
So thank you.
I'm sorry. No, I'm just like, why?
Makes perfect sense. So you are wandering around, step, step, step in the muck. Otto, your spell completes.
And he sits there quietly. He still is not super keen on, like, really chatting with anybody, but he wants to be able to should they decide to get a little out of hand.
Is it called Speak with Animals?
Correct.
Specifically. Tolov, is your lights spell still going? Because that was I think it only lasts a minute.
It only lasts a minute, yeah. So, well, I feel like I would have kept it going though if we were still moving forward, right?
Right, because you weren't going to drop it until we got to the river.
Yeah, I was gonna. So yes, it's still going. I've been
With the
concentrating.
cantrip, you've just kind of continued to concentrate on it, keep it going as it's fizzled out.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'd like to be stealthy right now.
Okay, roll it up then. Roll up some stealth.
15.
Okay. Otto, you can try and speak with these bats if you wish.
I don't really even see them, right? So, like, because I don't have dark vision, and I certainly don't have 120-foot dark vision.
Do you have light emanating from your staff?
Yeah, but it's only 20 and 20.
Okay.
You know, like, I feel like that's, I mean, if it's a 100-foot room, they're probably at the top of it.
Okay.
But, you know, like, if, you know, if one of them makes its way down, Otto will certainly get its attention.
Okay.
I'm at the doorway because I only have dark vision to 60 and I can't even like target anything I can't see. So I'm kind of waiting to see if any drop and kind of check out the situation that sweet Corian has gotten himself into again.
Yeah. Okay. So as you guys are kind of in this room, Corian, you said you're walking around, just kind of.
I wanted to
exploring
walk
space.
into the middle of the chamber, slop my feet into the middle of the chamber of the. That's what Corian is figuring because they figured that they cannot see him, but I want to do it as stealthily as possible because I'm afraid of making sounds.
Okay. Yeah,
You
go ahead.
just sang a 45-minute song.
Well, I know, but I don't know. Like.
I think I say it every week, but Tolov, you're my favorite.
All right, I'm going to use one of my D20 rerolls. Thank you, Brandon. All right. I rolled a 12.
Oof.
Yeah, I should
Hashtag
make you roll
guano.
a disadvantage, but 12's. I'll let you have 12.
Oh, thank you.
Benevolence.
I rolled a guano.
Yeah. So the all of a sudden, a bunch of bats swoop down and begin to attack you, Corian.
Attack me!
Yep.
How far away is Corian, and does Otto even see it?
When they come into view, you can see them pouring down on you. Corian, from you at this point would be about 35 feet away. So now is the time.
Yeah, Otto will take a step forward and speak back. He's gonna get in there and be like,
Oh, hello, my winged friends. Hello, we're not here to harm you.
Okay, these things they've swooped down onto you, Corian.
And I'm
So let's
swatting.
we're gonna have one round of combat between you and this swarm. And then we'll get to a persuasion check to see if TJ. So roll it up. Corian, you and me. We're gonna roll up.
All right.
Initiative. You goes first.
All right.
love this. Love this.
Great.
I'm going to look at Tolov and be like, really?
Matt, are you going to roll individually for each 100 bats?
Nope, absolutely not. They come in swarms.
Oh, and just luck would have it. I rolled a 13, which would throw me into a fractured soul with Ollie juice.
Hey!
All right,
Right,
Ollie juice. I'm gonna let you choose either between sadness or what would be another good or anger. Anger, sadness or anger. Ollie juice. All right, 13 plus my initiative. Where's my 15?
Okay. Well, you rolled higher on your initiative, so these bats are swarming down around you. How do you defend yourself?
That's a wonderful. So okay, I have a question.
Anger.
No, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a thunderclap right in front of my face, in front of all of them.
Okay.
Oof. Well, there goes that plan.
I mean, that's swarming around me.
No, hey, listen, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes. So I'm going to do a thunderclap, and as I wait, Ollie juice. All right, Ollie juice says anger. Great. This is what I get for having Ollie juice. Thank you, Ollie juice. And as I do the thundercat. Whoa! Whoops! Oh my goodness. Oh, no wonder why. That's on the
Ooh, beautiful.
Get away from me, bats. I'll make you into a hat. Come on, you little bats. Oh, what do you think? I'll think about that. Here I come, feel the slap. I hit you with my thunderclap. You are not a vampire, you see. Oh, wait until you get a full of me. You will die, oh bats. You will die, my bats. Don't you think that you will die, my bats? And then I'm very angry. It's very, and I say, for Valorian! I start swatting away at the bats as I thunderclap with my hands, a big thunderclap, and I'm so enraged at these bats because they remind me of the creatures that we would find in the mines when we were little children. That spittle starts flying out of my mouth as I do the thunderclap.
Tenacious C
So
over
as
here.
I do the thunderclap, the spittle also goes spraying using the sound waves, the pressure waves of my thunderclap.
Ooh,
Cool.
wet.
I tighten my mask.
Otto tightens his nose mask.
Because for some reason I'm just so angry at these bats.
Yeah.
And I say, in Lily Rose's name, I will make a purse and a satchel and boot coverings out of all of you.
Oh boy.
As I thunderclap it.
Okay.
Good
Oh, no.
douche.
He's mad.
Okay. Well, yeah, you smack your hands together. This thunderous sound echoes throughout this chamber, filling the whole space and beyond. And I rolled the save I'm supposed to make. I failed it.
Hey.
So, yeah, like I rolled I think a 7. So I think you get to roll 2d6 damage,
Yes.
thunder damage against these bats
Yes.
as they're swarming around you.
7.
Get it.
Might need
7.
to change your messaging, Otto.
7 rolled with Kraken dice. Don't forget, we have a lot of entries for Kraken dice. You can still get entries right now if you'd like. Thank
7,
you.
huh?
7.
Okay. So yeah, there's like, these bats get kind of dispersed. You see some of them in this swarm that are pounding down against you. They're, some of them collapse down into the muck, but not most of them. And they continue to swarm right around you and nip at you and attack you as they're trying to bite you. And I rolled a 9 on my attack, so they miss on their attack. After that thunderclap, more bats come down from the ceiling.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I need everybody to roll initiative right now.
Criminy. I just need everybody to know that my Kraken dice have little moons and bats in them. They have
This
bats
is
in
your
them.
fault.
No. What? No. But they're beautiful and sparkly, and I love them so much.
Oh,
They are
Lincoln, those
beautiful.
are so pretty.
Thanks, Kraken.
Good
They are
night.
beautiful.
Wow.
All right, quit showing off, Lincoln.
17 for Narek for initiative.
Okay.
Oh.
12 for Tolo.
6.
Well,
I was like, oh man. Now I gotta fight these bats.
12 for Callie. But
As
you're
soon as I started bragging about my dice, my rolls got lower.
That's dice karma. I've been rolling low all night, so it doesn't matter
Yeah.
what I do. I'm just hoping that I'm saving the good rolls up for like the fight, you know?
Yeah, fair.
I'll
Hey,
take
Corian,
low
why don't
initiative
you
all
roll it
day.
again? Corian, why don't you roll again? You're muted.
Oh, sorry. I rolled a 13. Didn't you say that Otto was going to have a chance to talk to them after our...
Not now.
Oh, great.
I'm just glad I didn't burn the spell slot on animal friendship.
Well, I'm gonna blame. Listen, I'm blaming this on Ollie Juice because he made me become mad.
All right.
Juice!
Ollie
Narek, you are up. Are we switching to a battle cam?
Oh yes.
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun, dun,
We
dun,
give you
dun,
battle cam. Oh, we have to reorder some of these people because we had some people who.
I've got Corian in the middle here. You're being swarmed and attacked. Everybody else is kind of waiting to.
Hold on, our battle cam got reorganized because of our technical difficulties before.
Oh, you're Otto, Tolov. That's fun.
Yeah.
Amen.
So
This is like a
Battle
fun way
cam.
to like do like a soul switch, like all of our bodies
Oh
like
my gosh.
That
shift
would
to
be
different
fun if
characters, and we
while
have to
it's
play those characters.
Oh, that
Wait,
would
we
be really
should.
fun.
While
Oh,
it's
that's-
mixed up,
Yes.
Yeah.
that would
Yeah.
be. Although that means the DM could do something horrible to Tolov.
It's true. Especially since, that's. I mean, you know, maybe Matt wants to play. Maybe he wants to roll some dice, attack a monster once in a while.
That's true.
I like this game. So the cacophony of these bats is just escalated tremendously as the echoing sound of them, cheeping and chirping as they're now swooping down from the ceiling. It's a maelstrom of bats that are pouring down. You all see, aiming towards Corian. Enoric, you're up.
Right. I'm actually going to use one of my Furbold traits, speech of beast and leaf.
Yes.
Hoping that it's not too late and I can communicate, though not understand, beasts and plants, and have advantage on charisma checks to influence them.
Okay.
I am going to call out in this Furbold nature magic for them to pull back, and they won't be harmed any further. That we would only like to pass.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I have advantage on charisma checks, so I'll roll that twice. Ooh, that's going to be good.
Okay, go ahead.
I have an 18.
I was going to say, at this point, there's conflict. So initially, I was going to say roll with disadvantage, but if you have advantage, let's negate that and just have you roll once.
All right. I rolled an 18 on my first roll.
Okay.
Well, 16 plus 2.
Plus 2 to your charisma, 18 total. So, okay.
Totally understand if it doesn't work. I just feel like I have to try it.
We'll see if it worked. We'll see. But that's probably going to take the bulk of your action on this turn is to stand and kind of shout and repeat yourself over and over in an effort to try and reach out to them using your innate not magical but natural connection to these beasts. They are indeed beasts. So we will see if it works. You've got
Got you,
movement.
Nark.
You've got
Yes,
movement to move out into the cave proper more if you wish.
I am going to move out into the cave, but I am going to hug along the wall
Like
so that
so?
I'm not standing out in the middle, trying to make myself as stick out as little as possible by
Okay.
clinging to the wall.
Is that wall okay where you are over there?
That looks good. Yes.
Great. That brings us to Corian. You're up.
Right. So I mean, I'm still invisible, right?
You did cast Thunderclap,
It's a cantrip.
but invisibility lasts as long as you attack or cast a spell, and
Oh, it's a
cantrips
so
are
I.
level 0 spells.
All right. Well, son of a.
But they're echolocating, so.
And how many?
can't see anyway.
How
you
many?
just set up a car alarm on yourself, is what you did.
How many bats are there exactly? I mean, not how many. Like, is it hundreds or is it like a dozen? Is it?
Is it a baker's dozen?
There are a lot. Like there's at least 100 bats flying around you.
All right.
And I've had 3 bats flying around me, and that was one of the worst things of my life.
In real life?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Same here.
Because
Have
they're
to hear
big
this.
and they're clumsy and they. Ugh.
Were you in a cave? Where were you?
No, I was doing a late night shoot, and we went into this. It was like
Cave?
a bakery. It was a bakery, but it was this old building,
What?
and they were just everywhere. And we had to run through this this stairwell where they were stuck. They were just so we had to duck and run through to get to the
Oh
building.
no, that's awful.
It was
my gosh.
terrifying. Like
Oh,
I don't want him to like nest, grab my hair. Oh, it's so bad.
Gross.
Anyway,
Right. Well, what
I
I
was
would
terrified and holding up against the wall.
what I would like to do then, Matt, is I would like to run back towards the opening of the chamber. Where exactly can you? Yes.
This is you in the middle.
Yes.
You want to run back here more to the opening?
Yes. More to the opening.
Okay. You'll be running away from bats that are currently around you. They'll get attack of opportunity against you, but you're free to do that if you wish.
Yes, I would like to do that. And as I'm running back, I would like to just say, your guano is the most vile thing that's come out of your body, except for your actual life force. So may your life force fall like your guano fell, droppy and disgusting. And I viciously mock them.
Okay. I rolled a 14 on their attack of opportunity against you.
That hits.
That hits. All right.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. They take a bite out of you. And you take 7 points of piercing damage. I also need you to make a Constitution saving throw really quick.
Oh, great.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. All right. Dirty 20.
Okay. Great. And then you cast Vicious Mockery.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
I have to make a wisdom save. Is that it?
Yes.
Who knows how wise bats are? I rolled a 15.
Like they say, the old
That
saying.
is not
Why is it
save.
the old bat?
Not save. Okay.
That does not
Oh.
save. So,
Wow.
Vicious Mockery, I believe. Oh, man, I have to look it up. Sorry.
I got it here.
You got it right there?
Yep.
Is it 2d4? What is it?
2d4 for you.
2d4. Okay, that's what I thought.
This is
Right.
what, psychic damage?
So, yes, as I psychically assault them, I cause 6 points of damage.
Woo!
All right.
Take that, bat.
Beautiful.
If that's your real name.
Psychically mock a swarm of bats. That's and some of them just peter out and collapse into the muck around you as you are kind of make your way back towards this cave entrance. Tolov, you are up. Corian has just kind of run back to you. He's got this panicked look on his face. He's got bits of guano on him, and he's
Yes, and I'm breathing very heavily because I just felt this very crazy emotion.
Yeah.
I would like to take a running start toward the cave wall and parkour off of it, holding my Frostbrand short sword and my new silver short sword, and go at however many bats I can reach on the ceiling.
Best
Okay.
parkour of your generation.
There's a swarm of bats that has kind of followed Corian over to where you are. And you can definitely, jump off this wall and, take a swipe at them with both. So go for it.
The first one is a 22. That's the Frostbrand. The second is a 24. That's the silver short sword.
Those go for it.
Deadly. Full of the murder factory.
All right. So the Frostbrand short sword is 11 plus 1. 12 points of damage. And
How much of that is not the cold damage?
only one was cold.
Okay.
And then the silver short sword is 3 plus 4. Oh, no, wait, sorry. 1d6 plus 6. That's plus 1, right?
Yep.
And I have a plus 5 on proficiency. So 9, sorry.
9 damage?
Yep.
Okay. You're whipping your blades of death around left and right quickly as you are, as you're approaching this, jumping towards this small cloud of bats that are flying towards Corian, and you're able to clip all of them out of the air, and the floor around Corian is just peppered with the bodies of little dead vermin as they splash down into the ground around him. But there are still more bats that are flying around. You can see them, you can hear them. They're swirling down in this maelstrom of furry grossness.
I'd like to land, tuck and roll into a corner, and then do my perfect 10.
You dismount.
Yep.
I dismount. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Legendary. Truly legendary.
Callie, you're up.
Sorry, cat, stop it. Stop. Sorry, everybody.
Purring right into that mic, isn't he?
So when we have swarms, are they considered one creature and another creature?
Yeah, the swarm itself is considered a creature. Yeah.
Okay, great.
And it has different capabilities based on how many hit points it has.
Okay, because I would like to toll the dead. Are there two, within 5 feet of each other? Two swarms?
Yeah, right now, definitely within this space. Yep.
Okay, because I would like to toll the dead, and then as a death domain cleric, I can use the Reaper feature, and I can target 2 instead of 1. And that is it's going to be a Wisdom save of 15 for you.
All right, one of them
Wise
I rolled
old bats.
15, and one of them I rolled a natural 1.
Ooh.
So
Hey.
one of them fails, definitely.
Oh, one failed and one made it?
Yeah, there are 2, on paper, there are still 2 swarms of bats flying around.
Okay.
So there's there's at least 50 bats flying around still.
The one that made it, have they gotten any damage yet?
Neither of them have been hurt yet.
Neither of them. Okay, so that'll be an 8. Oh boy, that's 1 entire point of necrotic damage.
Well, you get to roll 2d8
Yeah.
because you're 5th level.
Oh, yeah.
Roll
Just
another
kidding.
one.
It's like when I tried to make poached eggs the other day, but they were still in the shell. I'm forgetting everything.
Another one.
It's a 2. So 3 points of necrotic
3 points of
damage.
necrotic damage.
Yes.
All right.
Score.
Well done, Callie. And Adam Mercer with another 120 donation. Adam Mercer.
Oh, thank you, Adam.
Adam.
Yay.
Amazing, Adam. Thank you for supporting.
Nerd
D20s
power.
for everybody, including the DM.
Nerd power.
Including
Yes.
the DM. Thank you for supporting Nerd HQ. Everyone, you can support Nerd HQ. Every $20 you donate, or every $10, sorry, is an entry that we're giving away this at the end of our stream coming up very, very soon. We have a big announcement as well, but you can enter these. I wish the light worked better. For a chance at winning our merchandise this evening.
Adam Mercer's looking to stock up on Kraken.
To get both of them.
Wants to get all the kinds of Kraken.
I don't blame him. They're good dice. Okay, so you send out your necrotic wave of strangely divine energy as it ripples through this cavern, causing a bit of a destructive shockwave through some of these bats. Are you going to move? Right now, you're kind of standing right at the opening of this cave entrance. Otto's kind of tucked away behind you in the hallway. Are you going to move in, or are you going to stay where you are? Callie?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll move in a little further. Sorry, I thought I was.
You end up right next to Corian here. Okay. That brings us to, the swarm of bats that you just assaulted. They are swarming around, and they're going to make their way over to Inaric, and they are just going to swarm down at you and try to bite you as a mass of bats.
I see how it is, bats.
I rolled a 21 on my attack.
Well, that's going to hit.
Yeah, these bats are swarming around you, taking little bites, little nips here and there, and you take 7 points of piercing damage. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Indeed.
Oh.
Oh, dang. That is going to be a 24.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah.
Kraken dice with the 18 plus my.
Okay, excellent.
6.
And they're just continuing to swarm around you at the moment. Otto, you're up.
Okay, so Otto pokes his head out. So I'm in the room now, I guess. See this. What's that?
I said barely. Yep.
Barely in the room. I see this mess going on. And I still have Speak with Animals going, so I'm gonna give him a shout and yell,
"Friends, please stop this madness."
But I'd also like to get a good look at a bat. And do they look okay, these bats?
Give me a quick nature check.
A little nature.
Yeah, nature or medicine, whichever you want.
Okay, thank you for the option. Nat 20.
Hey.
Oh, natural 20!
These bats are like they're good sized cave bats. They're like they're like large rats with wings, right? But you can tell as they're swooping around, you're getting a good look at them. They don't look healthy. They've got some kind of disease in them. Much you can tell.
Okay, that's good information to have.
So,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, with your effort to try and speak to them, why don't you roll a persuasion?
I shall. 21.
Remind me what it is you were trying to say.
I said,
"Friends, please stop this madness."
That's exactly what you said. I love it.
There is a swarm of bats that flutter down around you. And some of them, they don't stop and hover, obviously. We're not talking hummingbirds, but they're flapping around. 2 of them are flapping around your head. They kind of peel off from their swarm. And they say to you, can't stop, not gonna stop. Must attack.
Can I say something back? Do I have time?
Yeah.
Do you like berries?
Oh, genius. Genius.
Berries. Berries. Yes. Is berries
Yeah.
food?
Berries is food, delicious food. I can make you berries if you stop attacking us.
Berries. But there's beast. As they're flying around, give me another persuasion roll.
Surely I will.
So high on the
Roll with advantage. Roll with this advantage this time because you're on speaking terms with these things now.
15 this time.
Okay. You're not quite sure what the results are of that, but I suppose you'll find out shortly.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, if that's my turn, I'll find out shortly. If not, I'll pop some good berries and hold them out.
Okay. Great. All right. So it's now that particular group of bats' turn.
Hold on,
That
Matt.
was really shortly.
Just 1 second, Matt, because Dravalius shall make a triumphant return.
Yay!
Ollie
Wow.
Juice.
Dravalius!
Ollie Juice has
Lord
donated
of
to Nerd HQ
creature.
to bring Dravalius back into the fray. So I
That's
wasn't sure where
awesome.
we were in our order, Matt, but Ollie
Dravalius.
Juice, so nice of you to be supporting. We appreciate that, and we cannot wait to have our pseudo dragon friend back with us.
So Dravalius, remind me, is the pseudo dragon?
Pseudo dragon, yes, the pseudo dragon.
Okay. I'm just looking around to see if I have something to represent Dravalius in the form of a
dang.
mini. And I don't, but it's all good. I might. Hold on. Let me roll Dravalius into the initiative order. Okay. And what do we got here? I don't have a pseudo dragon sitting here handy, and I don't want to get up and go get it.
I think
So-
anything for this evening
Yeah.
will make do, Matt.
Okay. So the player
Dravalius also tried.
Dravalius is back. The characters, however, I wouldn't say so yet. But great. Thank you. Ollie
Thank
Juice.
you.
That's
And I
so
forgot to
awesome.
play this. I want to play this because of the prologue. We're playing a little prologue. We never got to play that when we did the prologues. So
That's amazing.
We thank you guys so much.
Yeah, so cool. Okay, yeah, so that brings us to the particular swarm of bats that you've just kind of spent some time chatting with.
Yeah. Classic Otto fashion.
There's still a couple flying around your head, and there are a number of them that leave the main group and come fluttering down around you, and you can just hear them chirping. Berries, food, berries, food, as they're kind of like talking amongst themselves and just kind of building each other up in this like energy they have amongst themselves. This hungry, a pleasant energy is just compounding as this cacophony of, it's almost deafening as you hear all these bats swarming around you, begging you for berries.
Oh, with these big old ears too. Oh yeah. It is.
So yeah,
but it's a little smile appears in his face.
not quite all of them peeled off though. Some of them did. Some of them are not interested, and
That's fair. Not everybody likes berries.
they swoop down and they try to swarm and attack Tolov. And that's a
Hey.
I'm sorry, Tolov, I tried.
21 to hit for bites. So if you bats are nipping down at you and taking bites, and you take 2 points of piercing damage from these bats as they're biting you.
Okay.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I'd also like to. Oh wait, hang on. Yeah, no, I'd like to uncannily dodge. Because they only get 1 turn per round, right?
1 turn to
The
bite.
bats, yeah.
These particular bats, yeah. Right now there are still two bunches of bats.
Oh, never mind. I'll save myself for better bets.
Con save?
Is that my? Oh, that's saving throws.
Yep.
That's a 9.
Okay. You feel weak. these bites have left you a little bit weaker. You're not quite sure what exactly they may have done to you, but it's something. Okay, so that brings us to the top of the initiative order. Mort. He flies out from
with his daggers.
Yep, he's got 2 daggers in his head.
Yes.
And he flies out, and he leaves your side, Calidora, and he flutters around this room, and he's avoiding bats, and he comes down to your ear, and he's taken his action to fly around and observe. And he comes down right next to your ear in the midst of all this madness, and he whispers to you, there's something big and scary up at the top, up there. It's got wings, and it smells awful. Careful.
Thanks, Mort. Who's right by me?
You've got Corian immediately to your left, and Otto is immediately behind you with a bunch of bats fluttering around his ears.
Okay. I guess then I'll say it more loudly. And I'm gonna, if I can speak right now, can I speak, or do I have to wait? Should I wait till my turn?
It's not quite your turn.
Okay. I'll wait.
Okay.
Wait, can you re-roll on a saving throw or no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any 20 roll you can re-roll.
Got it.
That brings us to Anaric.
All right, so I tried talking to them.
You did.
They didn't respond to me. They attacked me instead. I didn't notice what happened over there with good Otto, so I have no clue. So I spark up my glove, clap my fingers together, a blue sparky flame appears in my the palm of my glove, and I line up as many as I can without pointing. I'm assuming I'm pointing somewhat up, towards the biggest group of bats, and I unleash with a massive surge of lightning from my glove, and that's going to be a dexterity saving throw of 14 or higher.
I rolled a dirty 20.
Oof.
Cracking dice, y'all.
Rolling 20s like crazy. New company slogan.
I rolled 12 damage, so I suppose they'll take half.
Yeah, okay.
I rolled 2 ones in a row.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh.
Cracking dice, y'all. It's just statistics and math. Their new slogan.
Yes, your lightning rips through them, briefly illuminating this cave that you guys find yourselves in. And a few bats peel off and are, again, plopping down into the muck as they perish, smoking. But there's still a number of them flying around you, chittering and more agitated than ever before as they, periodically there's like a flash of a bat face as it flies across your eyes, and you just see these big, bat teeth that are, chomping away at you as they're trying to coordinate their efforts to take little bites out of you here and there. Corian, you're up.
Right. Well,
you look around this room, and currently Inaric has a bunch of bats flying around, and Tolov has a bunch of bats flying around her.
And if I do, I would know that if I do a thunderclap, it will damage them as well, right?
A thunderclap or a thunder wave? Which one?
Oh, it's a thunderclap.
Thunderclap cantrip. Okay.
Yes.
Thunderclap, let's see. Thunder sound. Each creature other than you within 5 feet of you must make a con save.
Yes, all right. Then I'm going to...
So, I mean, you could stand 10 feet away from either of them and, do your clap, and it would affect them, but not extend beyond that to hit Inaric or
Done.
Tolov.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wade into the guano.
Okay. To the bats around who? Inaric or Tolov?
I'm going to wade into the bats around, Tolov. Sorry, Inaric, no offense.
I understand.
And then I am going to So I strum my lute and clap my hands in front of me.
I rolled an 11.
That does not save.
Uh-oh.
A deafening boom, a thunderous crack of sound bursts throughout this cave once again. Roll 2d6.
2d6, and I rolled a very, very strong snake eyes. Does that count as something special?
No.
So two damage.
D&D. Nope. Yeah, so this loud sound bursts, and some of these bats flying around you, Tolov, collapse down into the muck.
Thank you, Corian.
And it's your turn.
I say. Oh, yes, go ahead.
You've always been my favorite acquaintance.
I say, I'll take that. Anytime. And then I take my scarf, I whip it around my head just because I feel like it might be something interesting to do.
Scarf, wow. Tolov, you're up.
All right. I'm still holding my 2 swords. So
Yep.
I'm gonna, there are a few bats still around me, right?
Yep, they sure are.
It's a 17 to hit the first one.
Hits.
Okay, and then... Ooh, that's a 27 to hit the second one.
Yeah, they both hit.
All right. So the frost brand is 6 points of regular damage and 1 point of cold. And then the silver short sword is 11 points.
Okay. Great. Yeah. So you're slicing and you're cutting, and the bats, they're flitting around. They're somewhat difficult to get, but you're making contact, and your blades are dropping bats like crazy. But there's still probably about 15 bats or so that are flying around your head.
15?
Yeah.
Crazy bat cave.
Many.
Maybe 12.
I would think they would smack into each other. That's too many.
It is a bunch. Yeah, it is a bunch. That brings us to Callie. You're up.
Okay. So I am gonna, before I do anything else, yell at everybody. Hey, there's something bigger waiting in the wings. Pun intended.
And I just start to laugh.
And I'm gonna point up.
Appreciate it.
And then I'm gonna try Toll the Dead. They're not next to each other anymore, right?
They're
Are they
directly next to each other? No.
okay? So have they both been injured?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the one further away from, or wait, whoever's engaged. Are they both engaged? Sorry.
Yeah, one of them's engaged with Tolov. One of them's engaged directly with Inaric.
And one of them is already married.
I'll hit the ones engaged with Tolov.
Okay.
With Toll the Dead, and that's a wisdom save of 15.
All right, I rolled a 12.
Oh no. And since you've already been injured, baddies, I get to roll 2d12.
Yes, get them.
As opposed to 2d8.
This is going to decimate them.
That's 9. 9 and 3, so 12 points of necrotic.
Okay.
Yes.
This wave of necrotic energy just kind of crashes over them, and they all just kind of squeak and chirp and collapse. And just Tolov, all these bats around you, just
I'm like,
you finish swiping, and as you do, this coordinated attack from your fellow drow, causes the rest of them to just splatter down into the muck.
I say, thank you, Callie. You've always been my favorite half-elf.
That's right. Okay. Otto, you're up.
What is around me? What's left of these bats around me?
You're looking at these bats, and you see Inaric. He is still kind of pestered by a bunch of these things.
Well, I'm a man of my word.
But remember, you also have bats flying around you, looking for your berries.
Yeah. How many bats are flying around me?
Probably about 15 to 20.
15 to 20. Okay. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and put my hand over my other hand and bring about some good berries into the world.
Bounty. Yeah.
And then I'm going to take him and up into the air above me.
Okay.
And make my way. Where's Caldor?
She's still right in front of you. Yeah.
Okay. Then, yeah, maybe I'd say,
Perhaps it's time to go.
Fair enough.
and Otto will start making his way towards the exit. Do we see an exit?
You don't. Well, you don't. No. Inarik, Corian, and Tolov, you can see an opening beyond the cave on the other side over here that would lead away and beyond from where you are.
Then I'll just tell Caldor with the bigger threat above us, perhaps it's time to go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mort continues to fly around. He actually zips over to you, Inarik, and he's just trying to chomp into the air.
Mort! Wait, he's chomping. He's not like swinging his daggers.
Well, the daggers are blade in.
Blade in.
Oh, I always thought of them as like the handles with the blade
No, he
out.
was just holding. No.
That's what I said initially.
Yes, like a killing machine, like a
mohawk
of
blades.
And he could just like spin like a little Mad Maxian.
That would have been better. I did not put them in that way, but perhaps we should reassess this later.
Yes, later. He could be this spinning wheel of death.
But he's chomping, so let's see what happens.
He's got his chompers out.
He's got strong teeth.
Yeah,
he has very strong teeth. I will have to say, I've tasted the masticated mort meat, and it is very well tenderized.
Gotta love the mort meat.
Didn't he bite one of you too? Was it an Arik?
Probably Corian, if I had to bet.
Beginning.
It was probably, I think it was a Narik.
Yeah, he's flying around you, kind of chasing, kind of like a cat after a ball of yarn, and he's jutting left, jutting right, chomping here, chomping there, and he gets a bunch of them, and he clamps on them, crushes them, they fall. He zips over to the next one, tries to get it. Sometimes he fails, sometimes he succeeds. But yeah, in his little burst of energy, he's done. He's done you a solid, as some of these bats that are flying around you are no more. And that brings us to you, Inarik. How do you respond to this?
I think I'm gonna move for the door. This entrance, this other exit.
Oh, the other exit over here.
Yep.
Okay. All right. The remaining bats will get an oppie attack on you as you shuffle past them, but I haven't.
You must make a grand entrance for this young pseudo dragon.
Okay, so that's your movement as you've moved over towards this door.
That's as far as I can go. So, and I'm just
You
gonna
use your action to keep moving, or you can do something else.
I am going to turn. Oh, for crying out loud!
It's
Jiminy Cricket.
18. It's an 18.
My sweet lightning glove recharges.
Nice.
And so I aim back up and I attack. They need to again make their dexterity saving throw, 14 or higher. And that's going to be, I rolled 21 damage.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a fail. I rolled a 3 on the die.
Oof. Glove.
So you run away from these things. I don't think I rolled an oppie attack against you. Did I?
No, you didn't. You're welcome to
That's
do
an
it.
natural 2. So they missed you. You'd make some feet across the room. Actually, the room is, I should say you only made it that far because it's difficult terrain. You turn around, you launch a lightning bolt off, and it shreds the rest of them. It just arcs past Mort's head and shreds the rest of them, leaving the plops, the familiar plopping sounds of dead bats as they plop down into the muck.
Down in the guano puddles. Yeah. It's like the La Brea tar pits, but it's like the Hith guano pits.
Ew.
Yeah.
It's gross down below.
So as you do this, as you turn back, there is a curious sound in the room.
Oh boy.
It's like a whistling, like a deep whistling. And it's like and it's followed by a whack, as there's this like split in reality. There's this sliver of an opening in the air above you. And flying out of this is this lustrous, deep red dragon.
Yeah.
He enters the room and he's flying around in a circle around you.
Oh, good dragon. Oh.
Who does this?
Oh God, my heart.
I was like, why are you excited?
This dragon is limited.
We're
to
gonna die.
Is this Drathus?
Dravalius.
This is, Dravalius. Pseudo dragon. Is it imprinting on anyone in particular?
I believe Dravalius imprinted on Tolov.
Tolov. Tolov. So you get this impression, very distinct, and immediately it's recognizable to you that an old friend has joined the fray, and they are the impression that you get as they rip through reality and join you in this room is panic. Panic. Terrified panic. And as it's flying around, this happens just after you and Arik reach back and rip through the air around you with this lightning bolt. This great beast comes flying down from the top of this cavern. None of you were able to see it. It flies down and it lands right on your shoulders, in Arik. This thing is like a 13-foot tall, it looks like a cross between a man and a vulture. And it's got these long, spindly limbs that end in terrible talons. This scaly, reeking, humanoid vulture face, and these giant bat-like wings that come out of its back. And it's just it's just chuckling like this as it lands right on your shoulders.
Lands on my shoulders.
I'm gonna roll. I have to roll and see what exactly happens to you here.
Oh boy.
This is. And while he's rolling, by the way, everyone, we want to thank you for watching. We are going to be giving these dice away very soon. And also a little announcement of our own. A couple of announcements we have actually this evening. For every $10 that you've donated to Nerd HQ to support mental health awareness and STEAM education, and with Active Minds for mental health awareness, you will be getting an entry for these dice, and we thank you for supporting. And we thank you for supporting us as well. Come subscribe to our YouTube channel, Fractured Roll on YouTube.
And follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
And follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
And Facebook.
And
Facebook.
Fractured Roll everywhere. Well,
everywhere you want to be.
Not the word everywhere is not at the end of Fractured. It's Fractured Roll.
Yes.
Correct.
So I misspoke because I rolled a natural 1. So he splats in the muck right behind you. And this is the best model I have. It's actually like a phoenix, but it's a big. Where are you at? There you are.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Oh, arc like Phoenix.
Whoa.
Yeah. I got one of those.
So pretty.
It's
It's
Fox.
a big winged thing.
That's huge.
Fox is coming down from the top.
Yeah, and it lands right behind you, and it's just chuckling in this guttural, filthy way that fills your whole soul with dread, as there's this awful, terrible energy that's just exuding off of this thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have I seen anything like this before?
Nope. You have not.
No. I am an Underdark. Yeah.
Well, it depends. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you've seen before you met up with these guys, but were you ever in the Abyss?
I can roll for it.
Go for it.
History?
I would say give me a religion check.
Religion, okay. That is a natural 1.
No.
No.
Dragon dice.
And she actually forgets other things about herself.
I forget who I am.
What's my last name again?
Give me a religion check, priest.
Yeah. This thing lands right behind you in Arik, and it's going to attack you.
Yes.
I apologize for that.
Great.
Gosh almighty. Here we go.
Oh boy.
It has this giant jagged beak, and he chomps down at you with this beak. 21 to hit.
That's going to hit.
All right, and you take 10 points of piercing damage as this beak pierces down on you. And coordinated right after he chomps on you with this beak.
Did you say 14?
10.
10.
He slashes at you with both of his arms. One of them's a 15, and one of them is a 23 to hit.
Oof.
The 15 does not hit. Can I take my perfect riposte on that miss?
Yeah.
All right, so I slash right back at him with my Ignean sword, taking advantage of his miss.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
And
Get him.
I'm going to do 10 slashing damage plus 6 fire damage from my Ignean sword.
Okay.
Yeah, answering back.
Yeah. So you slash into this thing. He just smiles and is excited. And as the flame that you're accustomed to seeing burn through the flesh, as you see the flame appear on its skin, it does very little.
Oh
Very,
crap!
very, very little.
What?
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh my.
What?
He doesn't mind the
He
flames.
follows that up with a slash, which he rolled a 23, and you take it tears right through you, and you take 14 points of slashing.
Oh.
Shreds into your skin.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Telepathically, you hear a little whisper in your mind. It says, you smell delicious. I can't wait to eat all of you.
That's terrible.
I'm sorry, do we all hear that?
No, just in Arik.
All right.
Oh well, that's not too bad.
Yes, well then I'm still enjoying what I just did to the bat.
Corian, you're up.
Yell out, he means us harm.
So I've seen this monstrous thing come at the same moment that I saw Dravalius come, right?
Yep.
So I'm like,
Yep.
Dravalia! What in Lily's Rose's name is that? And as I see him chomp down on Inaric, I pull out my crossbow to take a nice fine shot at his beaked mug.
Do it.
So I pull out my
Get him in the beak.
crossbow.
Pull up
and
your own deck.
I shoot my crossbow with a very, very strong 12 to hit.
That misses.
And I see it go wide.
You watch it go wide. Yeah.
I watch it go wide, and as I said, I say, Ginaric, don't let this chum take a bite out of you. Take a bite out of his self-confidence and smack him upside the beak as I send him a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
It's a D8, Ginaric.
It's a date.
It's a date.
The date. Wonderful.
And then I also say, and by the way, Calidora, that was a fantastic wing pun that you made. I just wanted to let you know. That was great.
Oh, I missed it. What was it?
It was
I love
wonderful.
puns.
Well, I said there's something waiting in the wings.
Waiting in the wings, and it made.
Oh, I
me-
did hear that. That
it
was
made me
good.
laugh and chuckle, but
Thank you. I've taken stand-up before.
You're not winging it, that's for sure.
Hey. Did you just think of that on the fly? Was it just a...
Oh.
Stop that.
Okay, that brings us to Tolov. You're up with Callie on deck. You've just watched Dravalius. He's just appeared and infused you with this message of dread. And as soon as he does, this great demon lands next to Anaric and just shreds into him.
My face goes through 80 different emotions at the same time when I see Dravalius and then I hear his message and I see the beast and I'm filled with dread and then I pull out my my short bow and I aim it at the beast and I say, "Kill the beast."
Get him,
That's
Gaston.
a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Oof. Oh, and he's engaged with Anaric too. They're going steady at least.
Yeah.
That's 9 points of damage.
9 points of piercing damage. All right.
Did you roll
Not
your
like
sneak
that
attack?
Crossbrand sword.
I did not roll my sneak attack. Oh yeah, because he's
Sneak attack
attacking
damage.
Anaric.
Yeah, he engaged.
Yeah.
I gotta say rogue life at some point, Lana. This might be it.
11 more points of damage.
Yeah, rogue life.
Thank
20
you.
total, yeah?
Yes, correct.
I see him get hit, and I'm like, even though I'm like about to vomit in pain, a slight smile crosses my face to see these incredibly arched arrows come in.
Yeah.
And while they're flying, I'm like, "I've missed you, Dravalius."
Yeah. So this arrow punches him right in the shoulder, and he just snaps it off and looks at you.
Okay.
Yeah, Callie, you're up. Unless you-
How close am I to him?
You are right here.
Can I make it to him with the terrain or no?
Nope. If you want to run that way, the farthest you can get is about right there.
Well, criminy. I guess I'll go that way. He hasn't been damaged at all?
Oh, yeah, he has.
He has. Okay, great. Yeah, I guess I'll just make it as far as I can, and I'm gonna toll the dead on him so
Okay.
the Dolores spells will fill the air. Please make a wisdom saving throw of 15.
I would love to.
Or don't make it.
I mean, don't.
That's
Don't.
the opposite of
we
what we
don't
want.
want you to
Roll
make
it, but don't make it.
Yes,
Yeah.
roll it. but-
Fail it.
Yes,
Fail it hard.
Fail it.
I rolled a 16.
Oh!
Boo.
Ooh, new choice.
Boo.
New choice.
Ah!
new choice.
Use a reroll.
I do have a few of those banked up. I'm not gonna-
How is
Ooh.
Inaric looking? Is he's not, I'm not close to him, right? I'm still.
I look probably like I'm half dead.
By the way, you just pushed that forest aside to come into frame, and it was amazing.
I'm a master of the elements. See.
It's a furball. That's what they do. They're one with nature.
But I can't reach out and touch him or anything, right?
You
Reach out and touch
who,
it.
Inaric? Yeah, you'd be able to reach out and touch an arc right now.
Your own personal.
If I do a cantrip,
Bulg.
can I? Oh, you know what? It's an action. Forget it. Forget I said anything. Goodbye.
Toll the Dead's a, yeah, okay. Okay, great. That brings us to Otto.
So yeah, Otto's gonna see that thing, and that's not gonna make him very happy. He'll stop dead in his tracks and point his staff at that guy and call down some holy fire on that dude and cast radiant flame or sacred flame. Sorry, radiant damage, sacred flame.
It's a deck save.
Dex save is 16. Let's see if he can do it twice in a row.
Ooh, I rolled a natural 20.
Oof. Well, good. I'm glad you burned it on that, you
Ooh, the
monster.
Kraken natural 20 right there.
Kraken natural 20. Take half, or was that?
No, it's a cantrip.
All right.
It's just
So yeah,
not yet. When I get like level 10, I think you take some sort of.
okay.
My cantrips do something better. I don't know what it is, but
This column of radiant energy bursts down from nowhere next to next to Inaric and this beast. And it just misses him and splashes down into the guano, igniting the guano into a burst of flame, which ignites the floor. The floor is now on fire.
The floor is
Oh
lava?
my God. Floor is lava.
But
Well, it's... Oh.
Wow, I didn't know radiant damage was flammable.
I just said radiant flame. Radiant,
What?
What's
I
the
mean,
name of
it's called Sacred Flame, but it's radiant damage. I don't know if that means anything to you, but
You know what? You convinced me.
I mean,
I'll take my fire.
it's not fire. It's not actual fire that comes flaming.
it's
No,
like holy light.
It's like holy energy, holy light. Okay, so it just sidesteps this thing and just, it doesn't even give you the time of day. It's,
Yeah. Otto goes, bummer.
just shrugs off this heavenly energy that tries to hurt it.
Fair enough. Fair play to the demon.
Are you going to move?
Am I gonna move? Nah.
Okay, it's Mort's turn.
Hold on. I think I got a bonus action here, and I think I want to use it. Do I yet? No, I don't. I take it back. I take it all back. Sorry,
Okay.
Eric. I got a plan.
So Mort,
Don't die.
I'll try.
Mort, he gets a little panicky. I'm not gonna lie, and he just he's like, I'm not going close to that thing. That thing's a frog. You don't want kill it, yeah. And he's like flying really panicky around you, Callie. Like strangely, he knows what that is, and he wants no part of being near it. That brings us to Inaric.
All right. I charge my gauntlet, which does not charge. So I fling my sword around, like do a little sword play to get myself confidence back up.
Yep.
After my sword not charging. And I slash down at him with a mighty 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Mighty.
And that's going to be 13 points of damage plus 4 fire damage from my Ignium longsword.
13 and 4. Okay.
And I've swung across this way, and I instantly, which is one of my signature moves, by the way, come back across this way with a 22 to hit. Cracking dice, y'all. Going to be a let's see, 14 damage plus, I'm sorry, 13 damage plus 10 fire damage.
Okay.
Which would
Hey,
be
you were
awesome.
really cracking that rock, huh?
ooh,
That was 30 plus damage on that
Boom,
one
boom,
turn.
boom.
Dang.
So,
Beast mode, Anaric. Beast mode.
so slash, you know, there's like bits of ichor that you are cutting off of this thing as you slash. I don't know if you've dealt with many demons, but that's what you
Probably
get.
not.
When you hurt a demon, you get ichor,
ew.
and it's it smells awful. It smells like you want to throw yourself off a cliff. It's really, really bad. And it kind of snarls, and in response, it says, "Oh, dinner's got a bite, and I like it."
Holy moly.
Gross. I
Are
don't
you
like
gonna
that
move? You're
thing.
gonna stay right where you are.
I'm going to stay right where I am.
Okay.
I'll draw his fire
And Aya.
and ire and ichor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Iger and Bob Iger is going to show up too, I heard.
Right?
In response to getting slashed, it rears back. You see his chest like expand, and it just lets out this cave rumbling screech, and it is deafening. And I need all of you, except for Otto, to roll
Yes.
a Constitution saving throw.
Staying where I'm at since
I'm gonna do-
1982.
Thank you for the D20 rerolls, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, much better. 17 for Corian. We want to thank you for all the D20 rerolls, everyone. We are about to end this evening, and we're going to be giving away our dice, and we have some amazing announcements for you as well. So just stay tuned.
It's a 15 for Narek.
Yep.
15 for me.
Okay.
After 2 rerolls, 17. Thank you for the D20s, everyone.
Okay. All of you, I think, you rolled what, a 15 or higher?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So all of you can feel this like compulsion that would just overtake you and shock you into, well, incapacitation. But you're able to just grit your teeth and fight through it. Dravalius, you see, however, freezes in place and just plummets and falls down into the guano, stunned.
What? He's not dead, right?
No, the rest of you shrug off the stun.
Can I catch him?
No, because it's behind him. He plumps into the ground behind him.
Oh, Travali.
Yeah. Let's wrap up this round of combat. Let's get to the top of the order, and then we will. And Mort also collapses.
No.
He falls and collapses into the muck.
We have
Stinky
to save
Mort.
them.
Does he fall into Dravalius's little wing arms, like they're cuddling up?
Sure, they land on each other's, right cradled with each other. It's a picture that everyone would love on Twitter.
Yeah, Mort's skull head is now like a helmet on
Will
the
somebody
dragon.
please draw Mort being cradled by Dravalius in their stunned state in a bunch of guano ichor?
We have to save them.
So he screeches out like that. He looks around him, and then he lifts off from the ground.
Oh, what?
And Ark, you get an attack of opportunity as his wings beat.
By all means,
all around you as it flaps up into the air and flies 60 feet above you.
I take it and
Nat 20.
I slash at him. My glove did not recharge. I don't think a natural one's going to do me much good.
No. So you swing at him and just barely miss as he lifts himself up out of the guano muck and stares down at you. That brings us to Corian. Your turn. Tolov on deck.
Right. Well, as I see him up there, so he's flown up 60 feet.
He's 60 feet above Inaric, so he's closer to 70 feet away from you.
Oh, I need to check the range of. Hold on, let me check my range of.
Range is important, kids.
Range
Don't forget.
is very important, everyone. So how many feet did you say he's way?
From you, 70.
Oh, son of a gun. All right. Jeez, that is a far way away, Matt. Hold on. I need to check. 70 feet away. That's not going to work either. Right. Well, then I just since I know that he's too far away because he's in the air 70 feet. No, he's in the air 60 feet. So can I?
He went straight up 60 feet, but he's not directly above you.
Can I run directly underneath him? And can I run directly underneath him?
Absolutely.
All right. Then I'm going to run directly underneath him, and as I'm running, I play my lute, and I take my hands like this and point it at this winged monstrosity, and I say, as this ichor around here splatters, you, my friend, I will cause to shatter. And I cast Shatter on him.
Yeah, that was cool.
Which is 60 feet. The range is 60 feet, so...
Okay, he's just within range.
Yeah, so you have to do a con saving throw.
All right. I rolled an 18.
Boo. Boo. Man, these cracking dice. The DM is going strong. So, all right, I roll 3d8, and you take...
He's a demon. He has magic resistance.
9,
so I'm rolling
15.
advantage.
So, half of 15. Thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Okay, 7 thunder damage. All right. Yeah, as this rippling wave of thunder booms up from you, and you can see the energy, rippling around it. It affects him a little bit, and he, shakes his head and kind of shrugs it off.
And then, how much movement do I have left?
5 feet.
All right. Well, I'll just take it 5 feet backwards from right on. I don't want to get pooped on.
It's fair. That's
All right.
fair. It's a fair. It's a fair
Come on,
request.
guys. Who wants
So
devil
look, you're up
guano?
with Callie on deck.
I use my ring of the ram.
Yes.
That's a 26 to hit.
That hits. What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Where you currently are right now, you could barely run and get right up underneath him.
Okay.
But that's your full movement.
Okay.
So this spectral ram's head appears underneath him, bashes into it. How much damage?
11 points.
Okay. Bashes into it and just kind of, crunches him in the air, and he bellows out in pain. These attacks are building up bit by bit by bit here, and he's looking rough compared to what he looked like when he first came down from the top. Callie, you're up.
I'm going to point at him and attempt to toll the dead again.
Okay.
Wisdom save of 15.
Ooh, 14. Even with advantage, I only rolled a 14.
Huzzah.
I rolled a 10 and a
15 points of necrotic damage.
oof.
Brutal.
Yes, get that.
It shakes him, and he stutters in the air, looking like his flight pattern is ruined. But he's barely able to kind of keep himself flying up there as his wings are flapping, and this necrotic energy rips through him. And finally, Otto.
Otto is gonna. How close is an arc to Otto right now?
In arc, about 25 feet away.
Excuse me.
I will. I just really don't want to burn any more slots right now. And this dude's 60 feet in the air, right? You said.
Yeah, but he's
80 feet to me, something like that.
That away from you, yeah, at least 80.
Otto goes, "Curse you, demon," and that's his turn.
All right.
Heal Drevalius. Heal Drevalius.
Well, they're not.
They're just stunned.
They're just stunned.
All right.
Yeah. And I've got like 4 spell slots left, so I'm gonna
same.
save those up.
Yes, please.
Like a few. It's more than 4, but it's not a lot.
That's where we're going to end our session for tonight, everybody.
Oof.
So, yeah,
Tough
you
fight.
guys went looking for a basilisk and found yourselves a demon tucked away in the...
Great.
Classic Abyss.
Classic Abyss. Well, everyone, we thank you for staying here. We are going to give some dice away from Kraken Dice.
Yeah.
Everybody, we thank you for your generosity to supporting such amazing causes. We're going to give away these Kraken Dice right now. So everyone who has donated are getting entries for our Kraken Dice giveaway. Matt, since you were rolling so well, why don't you go ahead and roll us a d6?
5.
5. All right. Great. So we are going to use a little random number generator to see who gets these dice. And 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should show this on screen at some point. Ooh. Do 1. Ollie Juice! Ollie
Awesome.
Juice!
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Oliver!
dope.
Way to go, Oliver!
Congratulations.
And thank you for bringing Dravalius back into the fray.
Yay!
Back into the fray.
That's rad.
Which we will bring. We will have Dravalius back here again next week because Dravalius got stunned so quickly. But congratulations, Oliver! You have won these amazing. Whoa. Kraken Dice, and we thank Kraken Dice. You guys can go to krakendice.com for all of your dice needs. So thank you guys for staying here watching. A couple of our announcements.
Yeah.
One.
Here you go, Eric.
What's that? Oh yeah. If you. Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Announcement number 1. It's free to follow.
Free to follow.
Come follow us on our socials. Come to YouTube. Come watch some of our past sessions. We're going to be posting more and more of our past sessions that are up there. Announcement number 2. We have a Patreon, and we already have some people who are on our Patreon. So we are going to
That's
put
awesome.
the we're going to put our Patreon into that. It's just patreon.com/fracturedroll. You'll have a chance to there's a variety of goodies there, you guys, and you'll have a chance to even play some Dungeons and Dragons with some of our Battle Beetles at some point as well. And so every other month we're going to be doing a game, a little one shot. So if you can go to Fractured Roll or Patreon, oh my gosh, I'm going crazy. Patreon.com/fracturedroll. Go ahead and check that out as well. You have some access to some merch and some other fun little goodies that we're offering on our Patreon right now. We're going to start building that up because we appreciate your support. And
Woohoo!
lastly-
Adam Mercer, already a member.
Oh, Adam Mercer! Thank you already, Adam Mercer. You're amazing. And also, big announcement next week, we have our first Nerd HQ guest in the house. TJ, take it away.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, if anyone out there is like myself, and I know Denise, and I don't know anyone else, a big wrestling fan, you may have heard of the Game Master himself, AEW's own Brandon Cutler, has some dope Tiamat-inspired entrance gear. And, man, Brandon's just the coolest. And he's going to be joining us next week. Very excited to have Brandon Cutler on the show, AEW wrestler. Catch him on TNT Wednesday nights and also on AEW Dark on YouTube. Great guy, great wrestler, and super huge fan of D&D. His wife Denise makes like the dopest ring gear. It's all D&D inspired. He's great. You're
Not
loving
me.
It's gonna be great.
It's another Denise.
Other Denise.
Yes, other
but
Denise.
Also equally cool.
And it's
There can only be one.
It's AEW Dark, right? Is that right?
That's you can catch like AEW Dark is like a YouTube version. It's like an extra hour of the main show. The main show is on Wednesday nights, programmed against us on TNT.
but he's got a week off, and we're gonna.
He does. So we get to steal him away from Tony Khan for a week and
very
and get him on our show. Really excited to have Brandon come join us. He's a great dude, great player.
So thank you everyone for participating tonight. Thank you to Matt for running a really fun session again. And we can't wait till next week having Brandon with us. And it's gonna be some fun times. And we're excited to have Dravalius back into the fray. So everyone have a wonderful week. Be safe, be healthy, love each other,
Hydrate.
and hydrate.
Wear a
But
mask.
we thank you guys for being here with us at Fractured Roll. Have an awesome evening, everybody.